Folks, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to SKTV. Welcome to SKTV Live. Welcome and welcome. Help us share the show. Good morning. Let's share the show. Good morning. Good morning. It's good to be alive. Happy holidays in advance. It's good to be alive, like I said. Good morning. From my end in Phoenix, Arizona, the time stamp here is 11:08 Arizona time, so it's morning. Thank you and thank you. Let's share the show.
Of our grandfather. Today we're celebrating the birthday of our grandfather. Indeed. Because you go.
Let's share the show.
No, man, I'll play a big birthday song, man. What's up?
Mama, don't get hard on the show here today. I beg you.
Like I play a song, go.
No. Let me say this. Jawia birthday king yet. We never celebrated Jawia birthday in a special way. So let's be fair. No. On SKTV we are fair. When we leave the show, you want to play your song with him, you can play your song with Joe Ball.
Oh, Mama, 18 years?
We don't care. He can even be 100 years. We don't care. We don't care. No. Joe, we are past 50 years here. We so celebrating.
Yes, still a man as a grandpa.
I mean, I don't care. My grandpa, I don't care. Joseph Boaga is the president of Labrador. Anybody want wishing happy birthday, let them wish happy birthday, they're right.
Oh.
You want wishing happy birthday, that you're right, but to say we made special birthday song for what? For what?
Thank you. That's the question. No, hold on now. Ain't that for what, right? That's the question. So because of his age, he is 80 years. Look,
guess
what? That's the issue with you.
Guess what?
Do you know what it means for you?
Guess what? Guess what?
What?
They are more 80 years old than my brother. My grandma was older than Joseph Boaga, maybe almost, I don't know how many years, almost 15 to 20 years. So Joseph, and I see 80-year-old people plenty. See that story, man. Let's move on. See what team. We'll talk about Siwa Manepo and Siwa, and you talking about Joseph Boaga. I mean, the ones who do what they. Okay, so why was Joseph Boaga was 78, 77? You celebrating? Hey, birthday kid.
No, the members have been up for a very long time.
Exactly. So why you not celebrating last year? Why you don't play on the show for you last year?
The members have been up for a very long time.
Now my point
is, so go celebrate.
Even the man age, even the man age, not even clear by that. I can't also say serious man.
They people from Lofa County. How come they other people from Lofa County?
Lead story, right?
Yeah, you're sorry. What's up? What's going on, man? Look, your picture the show. Yeah, you share the show. Those of you who watching, let's share. Let me see myself. I try not to share. Yeah, that's the best thing to do. Share the show. Yeah, Steve, go ahead. I try not to share. Steve.
I listen to you. Your birthday.
No, go ahead. I say no. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead and talk. I'm sharing the show now.
Well, folks, let's share the show. 11:01. Even know who birthday it is today. I don't care. No, it doesn't. On my birthday, can near Joseph. If my birthday can near Joseph Boaga, wish me happy birthday. If my birthday can near Joseph Boaga, wish me happy birthday. I wish you happy birthday. You know, wish me happy birthday. Keep you moving. I could care less. They got the other joker. Say, no problem at disrespectful. Joseph Boaga who disrespect our traditional leader, then he not paying it. They passing around saying they threaten to bring the devil outside. He not disrespectful. The Joseph Boaga who you support. The Joseph Boaga who you support because they're sign. You say senior, you don't see sign, senior going to see something. You don't see what man, man. You better go find somewhere to sit down with your sick offensive person worship or mindset. It mean you want to see level. they carry that foolishness somewhere else. And I'm part of that, your sycophantic foolish thing again. Joseph Boga, we need happy birthday, I wish you happy birthday. Now we need happy birthday, and I'm wishing you fine. I said it's in the job.
I do me, I do you.
What are you talking? I value to my life. Value all my life. Value is all my life. If you wish me good, I wish you good. You wish me bad, I wish you bad. We'll get to
politician. You'll not be a politician. So
I don't want to be a politician. I don't want to be. Listen, I'm not even your typical politician or your typical people.
Yeah, because you can't make it, Steve.
Frank guy. It is what it is. What are you talking? Leave that story, man.
You can't make it different because some politicians, so they can bury their right. They bury their pride.
No. I'm burying nothing, bro.
They bury everything.
And I'm burying nothing. Joseph, why I wish you happy birthday. Now we need happy birthday. I can't wish you fine. It is what it is.
Don't ever be wasting my time. You don't become a politician. I thought I was supporting you.
I told Joey the same thing. The time Joey birthday is a kind of partner, right? That the president birthday. I told Joey the same. The day Joey wish me happy birthday, I wish you happy birthday. He now wish me happy birthday, and I wish you happy birthday. What's wrong with that? That problem again? That disrespect? That wrong? That fault? No, they're not fault. To wish someone happy birthday, they're not amended. So everybody, leave that story, man. Leave that story.
So see today, me, one of my grandpa's birthday. You like it? You can say what you want to say.
Oh, that's good. Congratulations on your grandpa.
Deacon birthday, yeah. So anyway, you are one of the former Baptist. So for you,
I'm a proud former Baptist.
Yeah, proud former Baptist.
I'm a bona fide certified proud former Baptist member. I don't want to be part of that thing what you got going on. I don't want to be part of it. Folks, let's share the show. I mean, old Jack on my skin. I was still like you were still on his side. Because you get to see me every week, and I get to tell you as it is, my position hasn't changed. It will not change. When the situation changes, my position will change. Trust me. I'm adaptable. If you do what is right, trust me. You will be shocked the day you come and you say, I didn't mean to be criticizing Joseph Boga, that he talking the true year about Joseph Boga. But you think I low like a single fan. My feet are looking like a low like single fan, man. But maybe what I will not me that so soon as the woman you want to woman chair, I suspect you. They make more man, I suspect you. No, but on the radio, don't make me bring no behind you. Folks, let's share the show here. You're not man, no United Party people. You're not man, no ungrateful people. You don't mind them. You don't mind them. They're not serious minded people. The same thing they criticize, the same thing they're doing. They take Joseph Boga picture and put it up on what they got, making noise people ear like one of those listen to the serious. Folks, let's take a quick musical break here real quick.
There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Monitor people who wait to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The project is giving us here the premise of them. So welcome and life without fear.
I lyrical health.
Master.
Clear police who make on you. I can't ask it if you bring you. Say my journey, Tina can ask my jamo. And yes, I know money. And I know. And you love
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money. And I said ya to money. And I can't play ya to money. And I could do ya to money. And I didn't ya to money. And I said ya to money. And I can't play ya to money. And I could do ya to money.
Folks, let's share the show. The show part no to them part. Some people already in the feeling the show be hard. I see someone there. Man,
the show be more hard.
My man at the paper birthday.
No. Hello, my young man.
When I get the text message, listen to some of the messages, man. Take it easy. At the paper. Let Let me say to all of you who texting me talking about the happy birthday. I could care less. I don't care. Today is a regular day. Papi, so what is going to happen?
But we
The
care.
F will
Care.
The F will start moving around. The F will start moving. Your leader story, man. People who contributed to people's life that they don't want. People who contributed to positive things in people's life, to move people's life, to benefit people. Like the people we can acknowledge their birthday. Like Martin Luther King, other serial man and leader. And Joseph Parole passing around with criminal activities, with crooked and lying stuff like he didn't want to tell around and say happy birthday to. You're not serious in the country. You're not serious in that country. You think everybody like you, I'm looking at somebody who looking for a job from Joseph Parker. I'm looking at somebody who so send my boyfriend to my friend, man. Are you ready yet? Joseph Parker, you want to tell you happy birthday, tell you happy birthday. The world is not ending today. For me to go and tell us, who don't benefit nobody, stealing from the Liberian people, the uncorrupt thing. That means they also come lead the Liberian people, see what they want to be discussing and say, let's tell you happy birthday. You're serious, man. This boy is everybody is not a yo. Everybody is not a yo. Everyone is not like you guys. Pass around with your sycophantic behavior, fake praise and worship. You're used to acknowledge Joseph Parker birthday because you're president now. That means we'll fall in line with you. Me, that means we'll fall in line with that. You know where that going on? So I don't care. I don't care.
Okay, so but I give you a follow with the brother tonight. Hey, why you give me that confusion with us?
No, but go ahead, bro. I got problem.
Thank you. Good. Hey, you are former Baptist, and which of course we are aware. And in fact, you are breakaway. So let me tell you this today, Steve. Whether you happy, whether you sad, whether you agree or not, it is your own way of thinking or your own way. No, nobody got issue with you. Or maybe other people will be having issue with you. But let me tell you this today. Today is the birthday of our deacon.
Okay.
The 26th president of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
So you go, in fact, yeah, we have some transformer in Liberia, yeah. So now it can be off. So now for home more. So you go work, any of them. But as far as we are concerned, today is the birthday of our deacon and we are celebrating. We don't care about your maybe in your feelings, maybe money or anything you do is up to you. As far as we are concerned, we are as Baptists. Let me tell you today, Steve, even though you been campaigning for me to break away, I will never.
I've been campaigning for you to do what?
For me to break away. You let me tell you.
You also bring check report, the check calendar report. We not bring it here.
Look at you. Look at break away, man. They may asking me, a break away person, asking me to give me my report. And who does that? Your comment. Some of you, your comment to Saturday.
You supposed to get a church report. You don't get it here. That means so be
get that report to who? To you?
Report to the public.
Who public? You you don't really use it.
Hey, your pastor watching. I can bring all your check.
But man, we don't care. Nurse we used to nurse in the country. So today is the 80th birthday of our president. Follow that we cross 79.
Oh man, we don't even know your own birthday.
They can be one.
Don't get serious, man. Let's discuss serious issues with serious people. Man, we don't know what's going on for the most part. That I want to take seriously and you're passing around, you're checking. Y'all go celebrate. Your buyer can look for anything to celebrate anyway, so I'm not worried about you. Y'all can look for anything to celebrate. Anywhere where they get music playing. Anywhere where you're saying a song. You're happy, you forget about your whole problem for that few minutes or few hours that the sound playing. You'll go there. So I understand that level, you'll be there. As we'll be passing around.
So somebody ask, Steve, you like confusion. So you want you as Sado Mensa asking, how old is our president today? They made 80 years. You like your own age. It's up to you.
Okay, no problem. You can be 40
years. Our deacon is 80 years.
No problem. Any age you want to give it to him. Any age you want to give to him, you'll give it to him. People will not worry. But in concern, we're getting all worry about that's on there. I see them putting banner up. La Rambo by a real phone is a see for you. It's see for you.
The foundation. It's the foundation, Steve. The foundation.
Yeah, the foundation getting all the thing and are coming now. The money going and say that donation the foundation get. Yeah, you see nothing. The only thing I learned is an 80-year-old man who position an entire country with people who consider themselves to be
yeah, we get wisdom. Steve, we get wisdom
to be educated and to be smart. An 80-year-old man can draw the whole country, put everybody in honor skin in the whole country. And an 80-year-old man who told you he's living on loan position, can you imagine that? The biggest scam of the 21st century, Joseph Bonapuwe of an 80-year-old man was able to convince gigantic, healthy,
my young men of wisdom.
Other men and wisdom to make president. After he told them, this 80-year-old man told them that he was living on loan and he coming to rescue them. And I'm supposed to tell you to be serious minded people.
They live with you, but I'm not concerned that wisdom.
Let my boy Morgan say. Let my boy Morgan say. I will sell you a boat of sand in the middle of the Sahara Desert. Anything. Me, I told you. I said me. Donald Trump told you a few years ago when he won't be president of the United States, he will go to the Democratic Party, to the Republican Party. Because there, they play what they get in Mumune. Now they play what when they talk about Jesus, everybody fall in line. The Jesus wouldn't see it. Now they play what when they talk about Jesus, everybody can take the live money they give it. Now they play what they focus on abortion right, but they not focus on human right. At the party there, at the same way you're in Labrador. I won't begin anything in Labrador. I'll catch your own church or I'll catch your in politics. You're here today, you keep your own record. If I won't become anything in Labrador at church, I will catch your own. Because everything you're doing in Labrador, you're depending on Jesus. Even for you to wake up from base to go find food to eat, that Jesus you're depending.
No, they depend on your responsibility because Jesus is the person of justice.
No problem. Jesus is the person of justice. And I think Jesus I forget Prince Johnson. Who cares everybody? And I think Jesus. And I think Jesus is talking about.
What you want to do now?
No. Let's talk about Jesus who move any further. And I think Jesus. I forget Prince Johnson, but Prince Johnson was passing around.
No, Jesus never forget Prince.
Wait now. And I think Jesus. It's who matter one. That is in Jesus we're talking about today. That is in Jesus forget Prince Johnson, but Prince Johnson died as a convicted criminal. Later that as a convicted criminal, as a sanctioned criminal, right? And that is in Jesus. And I think Jesus
now, say according to the people. I don't know us as a pastor. No. Yeah, the one thing is with you because we are the people of book. Or
and I seen Jesus. And I seen Jesus. I seen Jesus that you're getting in Labrador. Because the other Jesus you're getting in Labrador. That Mumu Jesus. The Jesus you're getting in Labrador. The Jesus you're getting in Labrador. That Mumu Jesus who they can move on to the church today. Then they go to medicine man tomorrow. Right? And I seen Jesus you're getting in Labrador.
No. You're going to make sure. In case you owe me send me something. And you won't send it to me. I'm going to make sure. What I still was sending. So it's not wrong thing.
And I seen Jesus you're getting Labrador. I seen Jesus you're getting Labrador. Something so wrong with him, and you're so confused. I know that he or that heard the Jesus that you're getting Labrador. Because I have not understood that Jesus that you're getting Labrador. Inconsistent, confused, lying, deceptive Jesus that I want you're getting Labrador. Talking about okay, you're Christian and you're Jesus and you're
I disagree with you.
Jesus, we are getting Labrador. People can use your abuse or you're addicted to criminals and criminology. Like the Jesus you know. And I see Jesus wait now. And I see Jesus was born again and passing around and call himself rescue born again, right? And I see Jesus in 72.
Miami will laugh, don't be calling people name will laugh on the radio.
God naked call himself Jesus, pastor of Jesus. Allah. How can you care people call himself pastor of Jesus? Allah.
Miami will laugh, I don't want no born again because born again Uncle John, I don't like Uncle Father John. Please.
But born again was just celebrating a few days.
Man, Steve, man, don't call it man name.
The man was just celebrating. And you're passing around, you're making noise.
So, Steve, I respectfully disagree with you. Let me tell you.
Jesus I don't even know you. Jesus just looking at somebody and said a bunch of idiots over there fooling around and thinking that irresponsible and thinking that Jesus coming save you. Somebody will lead you on the land to heaven, will lead you there.
So you leave us.
Yeah. Remember, on that judgment day, me la grandpa standing in line explaining the satire. I go see here.
Really?
I will leave Joseph Bakari explaining his la and getting la grandpa is scared. Explaining how he oh my I feel about the teacher I just gave up. How can I know the biggest game in the 21st century?
No, let me tell you.
In the age of technology, the man say you on loan, but then the female in the scene center say you will rescue you.
Yes, you see, let me tell you, Steve. When you know how to cajole people, when you know how to play on the mind of people, you know, Steve, you just said something. But again, we'll move on. But let me tell you, my brother, the politics is the way about people. They know how to play on the mind of people.
When you told me yesterday, you said the day I come in la bro to do my thing, and you tell me say, oh, and you think I work. Why I told you say I will never, you will never work with me.
Yeah.
You know what? You know why you will never work with me?
What now? What you mean?
Yes. You know why you not work with me? Because you come from the old age. That new technique I won't bring, the technique Joseph will bring you on discovery. The technique I won't bring on you to catch you. It's too new.
Don't worry. You are not working with you.
You're not working with me.
When are you finished?
You're not working with me.
When you finish?
My people say everything you tell the Labrador.
I'm not working with you.
No, let me tell the Labrador my new business. I bring in Labrador. I beg you, please, I beg you, the general scholarship for you. And the year 200 and change, and y'all stay with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs trying to figure out, and y'all got Jeremy P and passing around, trying to understand and say they know what kind of statement they want made. We're not on that way, y'all. Let me discuss my new invention I want to bring to the Labrampo. My people, to the Labrampo, I invented a helicopter. I will be bringing it to Labrampo. The helicopter.
Ethiopia, when you equal. Ethiopia. You said about Ethiopia.
Mama, hold on 1 second. I beg you, let me tell you about my invention. Please let me tell you about my invention.
Go ahead.
In Liberia, I believe in witchcraft, and the witchcraft they can fly over there. Me, I won't fly over there, I won't fly in the day. I invented a helicopter. I bring it to the country. But for you to sit in the helicopter, for you to see the helicopter, you got to register.
What? Steve, look, Miami is not ready. So, Steve is not telling you that you have to register first before maybe sitting in a helicopter. But let me tell some of you today. Liberia celebrate with Ethiopia. Yeah. Thank God, though. Ethiopia is one of the oldest countries in Africa. Liberia. And in fact, they have more than 100 plus million of people in their country. Yeah, you get small people.
My man, no you talking about you call it helicopter, me, I call it Dudu ball. I get Dudu ball. I bring Dudu ball to the country. I'm not saying you were right. I say for you to see it, you have to register. For you to see it, you have to register. So I don't care what Mayborn says. I don't care what whoever says. I get Dudu ball, and I invented it. Yeah, I invented. I don't want to invent it.
And Steve, I can still remember though during those days when we were younger or small, you know, the Dudu ball. Whenever you hear that sound, somebody think that somebody about to launch, but again, thank God, Steve bringing Dudu ball. So we'll be seeing it. First, we just hear the sound. After it passed, already gone, and we start hearing a lot of it. But thank God, Steve, you got to come on. So, folks, to those of you, please share the show. Today is Saturday. If you haven't yet supported, or maybe you need to send in your support on yesterday, please also send in your support. I think the number been up there. Let me see the number. Let me see how best to pin.
Mayborn, why are you doing that? why are you doing that? Before we get into the show, I just want to let people to know, like you said, we are celebrating today. Today. We are celebrating. Country like Ethiopia. I'm telling you. So, we celebrating age mate. It's like celebrating.
Yes, Steve, that's the right one. We're celebrating our age mate in East Africa.
So that
and they have close to 126 million people.
Yep. No one, just give me a second. I gotta close something on here. While you talking, I'll be right back.
All right, wonderful. So to those of you who just joining us, this is the SKTV show right here on Truth FM 96.1. They had the soul of Liberia, and we are live from Painesville to Port Road. So please share the show. Those of you, if you let me see some of you. Look, say Gwanganu, my brother, any kind of way you want to say, we are here for our people. So I know you love politics. You want to talk about politics. Let me tell you, some of you don't even understand the kind of country that we live in. Right? Sometimes, let me tell you, you want us to come here and be talking like we in maybe America, or maybe to be talking things that our people, they won't understand. No. So you can say what you want to say. But again, we moved. Let me be frank. Some of us will come here. We know what we go through on a daily basis. We know our people call us and explain things to us, what happened to them. So we're not going to be acting like then when they listen to us, they can easily get us, or they will not even be able to even understand or know. So some of us, no matter how educated you are, the best thing to do is to communicate with people, even at the lowest. But you don't know. Anyway, it's not a fee. So I will not blame you. You can say, yeah, so Emma Hammer, let me say good evening to you, my brother. Thank you. Yesterday was a D-Day. All of you who follow us, please share the show. Indeed, today is Saturday. So many things happening. So many things that we're going to talk about, and including the birthday of our dynamic president. Mind you, whether you like it or not, he's our president. And we celebrate his birthday. Whether he's 80 years, some of you will say, oh, in 90 years, in 82 years, well, it's up to you. But at the end of the day, we are celebrating the birthday of our president. President Joseph Yoma Boakai. He's a rescue one. Look, so anytime when you comment it now, just comment rescue one. Steve, in fact, from now on, moving forward, just a rescue one. I'm joining right now. I need rescue. Oh, Steve, easy your life. I need rescue. If you not rescue me, Steve, I'll something will happen to me.
Yes,
so
you see the problem that we do with the rescue being. You see the sticky part about the whole thing here. So what is something that's all gave me from yesterday? Before we get into
well, my brother. On a very serious note, the life we live today on the rescue government. Even though you have promised us so many things, you have said so many things to us. But even Steve, let the Baptist discussion be discussed beyond among the Baptists.
I'm not a Baptist.
Hello, my young man. Hello.
Exactly. Hello. Yes. Oh, hello.
Thank you. So let the Baptist discussion be discussed.
I'm not a Baptist. I'm not a Baptist.
Okay, then you wouldn't. Okay, even any denomination you want to join today, I will join. Which one are you?
I'm a believer.
John 3:16. So you are John 3:16 person. Well, myself, I think I'm a believer. So let the scores I'm a believer with. Is it
So-
also love the world? Oh, I love you and you love me. That move.
No. Don't do love in the sense that man. Don't do that. Yeah,
No.
don't funny playing in the town where you in the
No.
Methodist church is a legend. They get funny men in there.
Methodist church over you feeling my
Be
boy. Methodist
Don't
church,
be-
Steve. Still not be Methodist church Benin because the Wahala like in Methodist
You
church.
got a valuable society where they're not be telling your friend, man, and probably you love them, all the other extra things. Bro.
Oh no.
You gotta see
All
valuable
the-
society, bro.
No, but even the Bible said love your neighbor. As you
Yeah,
love
forget
yourself.
that story. You're not living in the same place. I live all the way in America, and my neighbor did that story.
Ooh.
The one I discussed,
No,
the thing was
no, I couldn't
the
even
thing was
find
saying,
my Bible. I knew because in fact, my name had a game in it. Thank God. Hey, just come to my mind. If I had a game in it.
the thing was always saying for the Christmas, I really know do the needy.
Send something from here. Oh,
Yes.
from here, Africa to where? To go to America.
Yeah, what wrong with that?
I think Lebanese people come and do that one now. Because they didn't want to be sending money up and down all day.
So you are officially saying on the radio today on Joseph Baga's birthday that you're refusing to send something for
You're
your
not there. You're not there, my brother. Maybe I'm not government officials. But for me, you're not there. Because
that
you
means-
send 1,000 up. They put a gun hole and anything at $50. So I'm money from $50.
Yes.
I know, man. Also, I'm saying $50. Okay, I'm saying $50 tomorrow. No, Monday.
No, I'm waiting. Where you are with him on Monday, bro?
No, but we Saturday already, and all the banks closed.
No, but same ways can work.
Really? Yeah,
Yes.
let's try. Let me see.
It works on the weekend.
Okay, let me try. Send me your number quick. Go to my inbox. Send me your number quick.
Stop playing games, man. You got my number.
No, but I know which one is your mobile. You gotta because
You know one number. You know one number. I got on upper road 2 number. I'm not a
it's the
crook.
same wave.
On upper road 2 numbers. I'm not a crook. I'm not a crook. I don't get 2 numbers. That one number you can get me on. I'm a number there. Go to the sky. You come out a number. I've been having. I only changed my number in America once when I left from Philadelphia to Arizona. I changed my number. That was it. I don't do changing number. Nobody running behind me. I'm not running behind nobody. So I'm consistent on my number. And I get 2 numbers.
People, yeah, they bought. Still, they may have to. Still, you wahala. So we have 1 and 2 numbers. We are cooks.
I say that you're correct. Just say I'm not a cook.
Well, even the president do have 2 numbers, and the person will not answering the letter of the Johnson course.
My man.
So they should.
What was the Johnson is? What are you in here or in here? Do you like be there?
I mean, worry or are you worry?
Lean. Do I want to take the conversation of Senator Johnson will bring some people already they know what's going on now.
Let me go here. But
No,
people
boy.
have you calling on you?
No more. Can you imagine living your life differently day by day? Can you imagine defending somebody who's dead? Can you imagine that? What kind of group of people we operating? Even the Bible that you read, it says you might lead a dead. Let a dead deal with a let it live. Then you back the wrong people.
Yes.
If they say that Prince Johnson can't do or do can't Prince Johnson or whatever it is, why must you be defending that? As people posting different video there or what other one I can what other one are there? You know, they buy the problem, they can clarify all kind of people. They can upload all kind of people. And the other person posting the other video, they're not Prince Johnson can't do or whatever it is. But Prince Johnson, when he caught though, this is what Prince Johnson said in his own word. He fooled though, he will kill though. That's what Prince Johnson said. The recording is clear, is there. So for somebody else to go tell Prince Johnson can't do, and you pass around with that video, something wrong with your brain. You gotta go check your brain. The man who was alive said it from his mouth. Somebody asked him and said, "Now the man killed him." Which one I supposed to believe? Which one am I supposed to believe? Or they put them who sharing the video, they put them who sharing that video. When I see them say, I know that they got something not red in their ear. Their ear something not red with it. Because your ear red, you operate.
So you see, Steve, You see, Steve, let me be frank, right? Let me be frank. With all of the happening, and let me say this today on the platform, I want to give it out to the people of Granjil. Even though they have this man as a senator, is that Thomas? Yeah, Thomas Nimle Yaya as a senator. But George Boddy was representative. Only one term they gave him. Only one term they told him. Okay, so you say you brought in LPC organization and you were defending. Well, we want to try you. And Steve, George Boddy performed 0. So the people job you're out. They're getting out. They don't even wait on to say that, oh, because you fought for us, you were protecting us, oh, you were no. So when they issue, oh, who are protecting you? No, the first person that even protect your life is God.
No more. I want to say he's on a video.
Yeah, man, my
no more. Let me say the video. I want to play the video. The reason I want to play the video to tell you the country is not serious. That's why I don't take anyone else seriously. What about Gio the from the word Gio? Where is from?
If a Nima.
Can you imagine the Gio that put themselves together? Why they are money print on the day by the line now somewhere?
Oh yes, they too.
No,
I can't put that video. You have to go and grab the.
Man, play the video. The country is not serious. Let me say it now. The country is not serious. The country is a joke. Man, put a Gio down there, and the Gio down racking your butt. The Gio down in the rack and culture.
No one.
But what are the problem with you?
Steve, you just see what happened. Oh,
what lesson is this?
Oh, yo, Steve,
play the video.
That video can play my brother.
Oh Lord. Look. Let me say it to the Liberian people. Let me say it. We mark you on the list of unserious people in the world. You're on that list. Play the video though.
Oh yeah, I think they say talking about if I saw the Liberian part of they say I don't know what didn't happen to us.
My man, make it larger, I beg you, make it bigger because we won't see the devil. Play
so you ready now?
Folks, you're watch your cute devil from the market. That's what we're doing. Thank you.
So my young man, so you go search for all the kind of video a bit of.
Folks, you saw it for yourself. The devil that made it bigly. They killed the Betu that made it bigly.
Thank you so much.
You were explaining tired. That killed the devil.
What are you talking about? Now, so I disagree with him. Now,
I said that devil there, in Lofa will not get devil. You know, getting Lofa. You remember doing job after they said the grandmaster were coming to talk on the water. The grandmother then came to talk. After they get them one pick up, they saw the grandmother then talking again.
Stop.
The grandmaster.
So today you're the lecture. People that recording on. Nobody gave me one. Stop. My young man, stop.
No more. You remember the grandmaster king after you were talking there, something got stuck in your throat?
Yes.
And you had to interpret all the guys were talking there, interpreting it. All of them the groom men went to what the share and was saying, I don't know, they will come with some of this here.
Yeah.
They say in 2 days they were going to come outside.
Yes.
Soon President John, we have someone new Toyota pickup.
But
With
man,
a
send them.
the new the grandmother talk again. You know your grandmother talk?
No way.
Grandmother so talk.
Send them. The devil still come here, can't come. Send them, they still coming.
The tradition and yesterday I was saying it, the tradition people in the country have been reduced to nothing. To the on the radio begging and threatening to bring. You are bringing the tradition person will bring the devil outside. Let them bring the devil outside. The devil can do nothing.
And you imagine Steve.
The devil has zero balance. I say this. The devil are dead bad. The devil has
Ghana goes to election on December 7th. No tension. Nothing.
Even the devil in the country lose value. Even the devil in the country lose value to tell you how much the country upside down. The religious people don't get respect for them because most of them sold their birthright to the politicians. And they help in the work. And me you be in a society in the net, 3 o'clock in the net. We to the same society bush. We were in the same nega calling ourselves brother. Grown men and has son we were in nega. We say we call ourselves brother because we're in a foolish society where we can take shower, we dirty, we keep hot hair all around our face, we passing around. You tell me, say, we call ourselves brother because we're in there. Crew men, they bracing. I know when you take shower, you pass the right neck and call yourself in some kind of brotherly woo. Then the next thing they tell the devil that the country, that country is a loose cause, like my boy Morgan say. It's a loose cause. It's a loose cause. I pray that God open way for Liberian people so they can try and lead our country with no criminal there. Let them take care of the country. We told you we'll visit the House of Representatives and the ruling now. We'll tell you what we didn't want SKTV can tell you what will happen and happen. We'll tell you what will happen. We'll predict to you what will happen. You should write it down because it will happen in our country. We'll come and tell you. We told you say we are profiling Jeremiah Kuhn. We told you before Jeremiah Kuhn and Prince Johnson North could come out with the allegation that he did like Yepo passing around that Jeremiah Kuhn didn't want to Prince Johnson, whatever. We don't care. We don't care. We do not care. We don't care. So they come back. We on this show to let you know what's going on. Don't pass the round about somebody says don't fool people. That's not Nima's mass dancer. Look, well, okay, Nima mass dancer get certain jersey they can wear. All we know like you there were dancing over there, and your devil from Nima can do a racking your butt. I say it. Celebrating the death of Nima Kante's so-called godfather onto their brother's birthday. I say it on the show. Play the devil dancing again.
So quickly,
the devil will eat Tomogi.
So my question to you now, Steve. So my question to you, is their birthday forced to be celebrated?
What are you talking? The poor happy for the birthday in fact, the birthday must be celebrated.
I just ask you, Chief.
The birthday must be celebrated. I mean, basically what they are telling you, Prince and Jeremiah Kuhn were just passing around saying, crying for Prince Johnson. Ain't celebrating birthday. There are serious minded people in there. I ain't see nothing yet. Y'all choke your own in our country that y'all be okay. Y'all see yourself. Y'all honestly play our devil, let devil give devil. Thank you very much. The time when the music will be sweet now, I think they call the music on me. The time when the music will be sweet. But anyway, folks, let's share the show. Let's hear from let's share the show, please. Now we're about to transition into the politics. We're supposed to be having some guests here today with us for the program. I'm not sure if Melbourne is coordinating with them. But folks, say what you want to say. It is what it is. We're here. It is what it is. We are here. And we're here to say the truth. We're here to talk it as it is. That's what we do on SKTV. We talk it as it is. Anybody who want to get vet, let them get vet. Anybody who not happy, that's fine. Ethiopia airline coming to Liberia. It's supposed to be news that was all pass around and celebrate. I see those sicko fans passing around. Great news. You're not ready in our country. You're not ready in our country. The day will be great news. You tell me, say, Liberia Air. And you show me Liberia Air, then I know you're ready to move on. Somebody come and make money off your body. This will be something that will pass around. Yeah, you serious in that country. You guys are not serious. But don't talk Ethiopia airline from Liberia anyway. Hey, used to be there. That new news, that new thing. When you get nothing to celebrate, what you can do? When you get nothing to celebrate, that means it will pass around. I see people who claim to be educated, who claim to know better, setting off for mediocrity, setting off for nothing, for nothing. I see them posting it. Great news. Welcoming news. Great news, welcoming news. You better wake up. You better wake up. They ain't wake up yet. And if they were coming where they Atlanta, Georgia for Delta to be coming to Labrador, Ethiopia, they can speak English. So what about Ethiopia Air will get you to Ethiopia? How many Labrador can fly to Ethiopia? Ain't ready. Ain't ready. Ain't ready for seriousness. The day you're ready.
Yeah, so some of us we can continue with our show up to our time because we may not be able to have the guest. Maybe
Okay.
that'll be anytime next week.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure that we're
Yeah.
staying along with them. Folks, let's share the show. Melbourne, can I update us what's going on in the country?
Yeah, so again, apart from the dev news, the late Senator Prince Wahad Johnson, through this week, today is the birthday of our president, President Joseph Imam Buakai. Celebrate his 80th birthday, and there are a lot of celebrations. Liberians, especially those rescue supporters, they are celebrating the birthday. But again, there are mixed reactions also because there are the news that indeed the Buaka Foundation were able, according to information, though, allegedly that they budgeted or something around close to almost 100,000 plus for the birthday celebration with billboards, so forth, and some birthday celebration and so forth. And the Liberians are feeling so frustrated. They are saying that no, I don't think that this is necessary. How would the government, especially the president of the republic, will be able to go that way? Because, mind you, Liberians are struggling when it comes to better life, when it comes to health issues, when it comes to salaries, and so many things to talk about. Even moving forward, with nearly 1 year now, and according to one of the rescuers, Amakone, saying that the government gone 1 year with zero thing to show or nothing to show. So again, Liberians are frustrated, and even though those who are supposed to celebrate, they are celebrating. Those who are supposed to talk, they are talking, and those who are supposed to sit on the fence, they are on the fence. So far so good. These are something happening back home in Liberia.
So let's go back to something that you said, because I think it is important for us to understand. It's important for us to understand. Joseph Boaga Foundation. Let's go back. Joseph Boaga Foundation secure 100,000 United States dollars for a birthday celebration. The foundation is a non-profit organization that's supposed to do non-profit work Where did they get the money from?
Well, I like the question, and these are questions that have been going in the mind of Liberian people because, mind you, once upon a time, that foundation been run, though, but at the end of the day, it was not really active like it is now, based on maybe the president or the sole proprietor of the organization, President Joseph Imam Bouaka, maybe coming to power. So the foundation is active, it's working. But again, there are mixed reaction to that. That people are saying, no, how will this happen? And the foundation is not taking charge of the president's birthday and so forth. I think no, this thing should not be this way. This is not the kind of country we want, and this is not what we voted for. But again, some of the rescuers, they are disappointed. They are feeling so frustrated about some of these things that even if the president wants to celebrate his birthday, should not be maybe on today or this year, because also, mind you, the death news of Senator Prince Wahad Johnson, who also heavily supported the president coming to power. And
my man, I hate to interrupt you, but let's stay on one thing at a time. I ask you one question. We're coming to the Prince Johnson part. We are coming to the Prince Johnson part. The reason I don't want you to rush in the Prince Johnson part because I don't want us to confuse the information so that when we open the line, they're not confused. So that we get it. You know, in French, they can say doucement, doucement. That's what they can say, doucement, doucement. So let's do it doucement, doucement. Let me say it again. Let me ask you the question. Non-profit organization. You don't use non-profit organization money on individuals. You don't even use it for birthday party. Because when you read in the IRS to give the report, I'm waiting for them to read the IRS. And then in Royal, they were splitting the 100,000 that they celebrated Joseph Bouaka birthday with. They were splitting because they got to read IRS with a financial report. They can lie to Liberian, but they can't lie to the United States government, the IRS. No, they can't do that. Because everything will be fact checked. So that one, I will not even go into it yet. And they celebrating Joseph Imam Bouaka birthday with a non-foundation money, 100,000. First of all, where they got the money from? Where they got the 100,000 from? Who donated the 100,000 to them? How did they get it? Let's look into that first. Let's consider that first. What say you, Maybon? This conversation will take it easy today.
Well, whether it's 100,000 or is 100,000 plus, the question that you are asking is where they're getting the money from. And mind you, that the foundation heavily controlled and operated by the president will do everything possible to have some funding, maybe from some of their funds and so forth, maybe some of their, because mind you, like people can always say that sometimes when people are into power or positions, they have a lot of friends. So maybe some of their friends maybe want to do the needful, or maybe want to associate with them, in helping the president celebrate his birthday. Because mind you, every time things happen, it's about money. Like for example, even when the president going out, it's about money. You got to pay the security. You got to pay all of the people who will be on duty for that day. So everything that happens is all about money. So sometimes the money, we don't know where it comes from, what happened, because mind you, also Liberian government give funding every day for personal activities. Let me be frank. Some of our people, they don't even know these things. But every time when the president is going out, there's a specific budget set aside for the president, because the president will have money in his his grip or his pocket, or how you may call it, so that you'll be able to maybe one way or the other scratch hand to people out there. So every time it's a budget for that, but we don't know where the money comes from. But again, there are allegations, they are alleged, they are saying out there that there were a lot of funding or there were a lot of money spent for the president's birthday on today.
Okay, so it's alleged that the non-profit organization budgeted 100 million for the president. Now, if they want to bring it from the president budget, which they got entertainment for, And the only country where they pay an 80-year-old man for entertainment, with the president entertainment or in a budget, it probably equivalent to 2 to 3 maybe ministry budget or so forth or closer to that. President who is 80-year-old, he get entertainment in your budget. Entertainment. What kind of entertainment Joseph Boga? Joseph Boga can go to strip club. Joseph Boga can drink. Joseph Boga can throw party. But that one will lead that one. Let's come to the human part of life. Less than 24 hours. Prince Johnson passed away. Whether you like Prince Johnson or not, whether you support him or not, whether you believe he's a good person or not, the fact remains here is we are humans. And when somebody suffer, sweat during the election, Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Okun went in almost all villages in Nima. But not only that, there was a certain time came, there was a report that they were on someone attacked for I don't know who. A certain time. To see Joseph Boakai win the election. Prince Johnson and George Weah and other people broke ranks and relationship to support George Weah. Prince Johnson attacked Alexander Cummings, attacked Jawan Gonglo and all other politicians, even Yomli Kanga Lawrence at the time, to ensure Joseph Boakai wins an election. Less than 24 hours after he passes away, while his family and the people of Nima County are still mourning, Joseph Boakai then throwing heavy party, lavish party. Melbourne, what does that say to you? And that's what Jeremiah is part of the battle. We're not leaving Jeremiah.
Good. I like that because when you go to the Executive Mansion website, you will see the vice president also smiling and that was celebrating the birthday of the president. So the question, Steve, that one thing that myself as a human I'm very frustrated with or about is that to see people, Steve, no matter, maybe you may not like me, I may not like you, but when something happens, maybe with you or with me as a person, I think the sympathy, the empathy, the love that you share or I share with you is what matters. So for me, I'm disappointed. Let me be frank, Steve, before I even go to people outside there, because Senator Prince Wild Johnson play a major role battling the CDC, betraying the former president, President George Manuel Weah, with all of the money and support that President Weah used to give him. So no, I will make sure that Joseph Boakai and Jeremiah Okun, they become president and vice president. Today, in less than 24 hours, celebrate. It's not forced. The best thing to do is tell the people, whosoever be that organizer, that indeed, today is my birthday, but it's not necessary. You can post, you can send me tweet, you can call me, you can send me message or messages, but I will not celebrate. Nobody should come to my house in the name of birthday celebration. That should have been done yesterday. Posted on yesterday, but if you had to celebrate. So now they're welcome now with the book of Ecclesiastes. They said that the day by then going on. Nobody cares anymore. But let me be frank. Empathy, love, and sympathy matter. So Steve, it is indeed frustrating. And Liberians, they have their own reactions. Some of them they are frustrated. But right now, as we speak, most of them they are holding back. So if they continue, they will come up with their own saying. So for me, Steve, that's the part of the entire death of Senator Prince Johnson and that the birthday celebration.
Well, let me start off with this. Let me say this. One of our sisters made a very good point. Me, the way my life is not perfect. I like to tussle and tussle. Sometimes you may not like what I say and how I say it. But I really encourage you to think about what I say. I'm not saying go where you dislike. Think about what I say. Because some of the things that I say, and most of the things that I say, quite honestly speaking, if you really sit and think about it and process it, it makes a lot of sense. Let me give you a typical example. One of my sisters here said, and I'm not trying to call her out. Let me just pull her. She posted so we can read it. Because this is public interaction too. Sometimes we want to make sure we're interacting with you. And I'm not putting you on the spot, so let me read your comment. I think this is a brilliant comment. That's why it caught my attention. You blame Joseph Boakai, blame Nima Kante people. Let me come back. I'll come to the one you made, but let me come back to something. You see, in life, there are some people that God put in our way. Our paths cross to help us into our destiny that God himself designed it that way. Sometimes it can be your pa, your mom, your brother, your sister, immediate family. Sometimes it can be a total stranger that God will use to help fulfill certain things. Joseph Boakai would have never been president of Liberia had maybe President Johnson not supported him. As evidenced by that, everybody President Johnson supported for the past 3 elections, in row they won. The least Joseph Boakai could have done, like Milburn said, let me agree with you 100%, is to do a closed door celebration, even use this birthday time as a means to commemorate the man who made your dream come true, as a means to show, especially 24 hours of this man dying, still lying in the mortuary. His wife, his family, they're still grieving. His children. Some of the people of Nima, I don't want to say all the people of Nima, are still grieving. And you're throwing extravagant, lavished party like Joseph Boakai birthday will never come again, like you never celebrated Joseph Boakai birthday. Or that you can choose another day in a year to say the happy birthday so time, but we push it because of respect of Prince Johnson that we celebrate this day. But this brings me to the point that this sister made, Kawuki Dolo. That the people of Nima should be blamed. And it's sweet for you. Yeah? It's sweet for you. I say it. Anybody from Nima will get this. It's sweet for you. Y'all supporter of Joseph Boakai, who people in Lofa he abandoned. He never went to Lofa to tell the people in Lofa thank you for electing him. He went to Sierra Leone. Joseph Boakai was in Sierra Leone celebrating with Sierra Leone. He roots the place he comes from. His early beginnings. When you say, oh, we hate the papi, we won't play politics. And at the man's birthday, so you can't say the one. I can say wedding. I can talk about my birthday. I don't care. I will care less. Oh, it's sweet for you. It's sweet for the people of Nima Kante. It's sweet for you. I will say today. Let me say, Joseph Boakai said joking with the celebration. Joseph Boakai joking with the celebration. Joseph Boakai, the United Party president said joke with the celebration. They're joking with it today. In fact, they should make a celebration a whole week. Monday, they should call the government off. The government shouldn't go to work. They'll celebrate it, Papa, bigly. The people in Nima Kante look for it. They look for it. They look for it. And it's sweet for them. They look for it. It's sweet for them. I will Joseph Boakai only one man. Me, I know the paper is on people, so I could care less. It's sweet for you. I want to make it the carry guilt devil to be rocking your butt on your birthday party too. It's sweet for you. Yes, I see. It's sweet for you. You can do nothing. You can do nothing to Joseph Boaka. What you can do? Any attempt. Let me catch any Nima Kante person making no to go to say, oh, why the people celebrate a birthday on few hours.
How would the people talk when the people been represented? Jeremiah were there.
So I come to the Jeremiah part. Let me discuss. Let me say to the board, Nima Kante. Let me just say it to you now. Somewhere on it, let me say it to you now. Let me say it to you now. That food in there where you're passing around with, you're let all of us celebrating peace. Let us enjoy our celebration in peace. We're not going to hear any fun for y'all. We're not going to hear it. We now want to hear it. We now want to hear it. Y'all go cry behind the horse. Go behind the horse, you cry. And when you cry, we now want to hear your voice loud. Cry in your throat. Cry in your heart. Pass around, be making no over and celebrating. You're all that in your nose. If we hear it, we hear fun. It will not be easy for you. Next time, you'll behave yourselves. Next time, you'll make decisions and choices in your interest. In fact, the reason why I say sweet for you is because your co-sign to the birthday celebration. As evidenced by that, the way Melbourne said it, it's true. You'll get a second man in command. Jeremiah Kun, Prince Johnson representative, the head of Nima. In fact, you're looking forward to making him the new godfather. The new godfather is saying, you're shut up and you're crying. We not want to hear you're crying again. You're sure you can't join the party. Now, Jeremiah Kun brought a guilt, they would have racket ball for Joseph Boaka birthday party. We worry about you. We worry about you. We don't worry about you. That's why Jeremiah told you he's the new leader for the United Party. Yeah. Oh, just so you be aware, Jeremiah will come to America, yeah? You will keep the video. But I get news for my papa Joseph Boaka.
So quickly, Steve, let me just.
I don't know if I should break the news to him yet on his birthday, or I should keep it after his birthday. Either way, he will hear the news.
So let me just tell you this one quickly, Steve, before you come with the news. You know, politically, let me be frank. Politically, I think the rescuers, I think they score 0, and they got to be very careful. You know, let me tell you. Even though you are saying that it's sweet for the people of Nimba and this and that, but again, you cannot shift all of the blames or all of the blame on the people because they had a direct representative, and the direct representative is Jeremiah Pankun and the other leaders. So, for me, I think the people of Nimba, they are not happy, they are disappointed. They are feeling frustrated with the way things are going, because mind you, even with the death of the late Senator Prince Roy Johnson, there are a lot of accusations, claims, and counterclaims as to what going or in fact what been going on prior to his death. So today, to celebrate a birthday with all of the things that you are doing or the person is doing. For me, I think I will also blame Jeremiah Pankun that even no matter what happened, it should have maybe communicated with the president and tell the president, no, I think, President, let's do this, let's do that for the sake of our people. Because nobody want to see, let me, even, for example, Steve, it doesn't make no sense. For example, they say, oh, maybe your mom passed off, for example, or my wife passed off. They are casting her on executive to do what?
Milbo, you made a good point. Let me tell you something. I hope, let me see something. So I want to send a link to my brother Isaac Jackson, if he can join us. I know he he did voices. That one of the very first time, you know,
I said Johnson.
Yeah, and I one of the very first time, brother, he openly disagree with me. One of the very first time he used to since I've been knowing. You know, we're brothers, you know, we talk, we're cool.
Yeah, bring on.
Somebody that I really like, you know. I sent a link to you.
Okay.
Mr. Jackson. If you have time, you can join the conversation. I think this is a very good conversation. And I want to partially agree with, you know, Brother Isaac Jackson. Let me put his comment up and read it up. You know, Isaac Jackson, I like him, very vocal. He stay, you know, he's stated as it is. You can disagree with him or
that's the thing that was said. Yes.
But aside that, and that's what he states, quote, I like to politely disagree with the texture who wants to blame the Nima people. The president sets the tone for things in the country. If the president shows lack of empathy, his people, he put in the bracket minions, will definitely follow suit. And that's why I address my address for in two folds or two phases. The first phase of it was the lack of empathy for the president from the president, who should set the tone for these kind of moments. Even if Prince Johnson had not supported him, but knowing his connection, his proximity, he worked with Prince Johnson for 12 years as vice president, you know, and known Prince Johnson before, then I would have to say, to some extent, they have some kind of professional cordial relationship. There are certain things you do as a leader that shows that you mean certain things. So I agree with that part that the president lacks empathy in the situation, sympathy. The president has not demonstrated.
I said on the show.
The president has not demonstrated leadership, like using the perfect opportunity for someone who went in the trenches. Even with Prince Johnson's age and his health, he was in the trenches in Nima County and other places, using his influences and connections to ensure that he gets Joseph Boakai to the finish line to become president. Folks, we'll open the line for you to contribute. We'll open the line. And I got you on first. The person who calling me, I got you on first. I will not call your name.
Just yeah, so people I say Jackson. Yeah.
He can't on yet. He join us yet.
Okay.
I'm texting people. I'm not sure if he's following it from, you know, people are on vacation now. So I'm not sure, but he's someone who I know if he's available, he will definitely join the conversation. That I know. I can guarantee the Liberian people that. So let's, Chairman, what's up? I see the chairman commenting, but the show looking like a package. So big on that show. So big job. No, my man, not Chairman Benedict, but Chairman Franklin, we said. Chairman, well, so, but let's go back to what I was saying, because it's important for us to digest, you know, to dissect this thing. So the first place I wanted to make sure we clarify this thing is the president, like Isaac Jackson really said, should have set the tone. That is true, no doubt. No doubt about it. That's what you expect from a leader, especially for someone who helped you to get what you want today. Especially for someone who pushed you across the line.
I said Prince Johnson forgo a lot of things. Even former president, we was even in the opposition or even increasing some of the things that Prince Johnson was requesting for.
So that's the first aspect of this. The part that I blame the Nimalians is this. You know, Melbourne, all of my life, I studied human being. Everything I say on the show, I mean it. And I stand by what I say on the show. I don't fool around with human being. Whether you come from Japan or China, I study human being. And I understand human being. Melbourne,
yeah.
If I see you, the way you treat people that have been friends with you, that know you, okay, I said it. So now you're very never shy away from the conversation.
But I will not be long. I mean, you know, I have to do it out of respect.
I know. My man, what's up? Long time, man.
Not bad, good, man. Things are not bad. You know, we getting along. You know, I'm trying to accustom myself to living in the US. That people like you since I joined.
I know, right? Yeah, man.
My wife has been very good. I have a woman who is a Bible believing Christian. So amidst the vicissitude of life, she's been holding her ground. She's been loyal. So she's been taking good care of me. So I'm a happy man. Thank God. At least when I show my face in public, people can say, "Oh yeah, he's not as down as some of his enemies want him to be." So God is good. God is good. And I thank you guys for the show. I mean, you guys have been doing very well with the show. The hustle in the US haven't given me time to come on, but I'm glad to be on just briefly.
Sure.
Thank you so much, man, for joining us, Mr. Jackson. Yes,
since you're here briefly, since you're here briefly, folks, please help us share the show. We have our attorney Isaac W. Jackson with us for the conversation briefly. You'll be here. Well, let's pick your brain based on a statement that you made. First of all, let me generalize it. What say you about 24 hours after the passing of Senator Prince Johnson to the celebration of both Jeremiah Cohn and Joseph Yuma Boaka on Joseph Yuma Boaka's 80th birthday? What say you generally from a humanistic standpoint of view? What say you?
No, I think Boaka, except people are not paying attention, Boaka has consistently demonstrated that he is unforgiving. He has a innate desire for vengeance. He is dangerously vindictive. And so that is today showing a high degree of lack of empathy. When I say empathy now, I'm talking about where the man will put himself in the place of other people who are mourning, Prince Johnson. He will show that degree of empathy and I dare say even sympathy. Because to sympathize with the bereaved family, not just going there and then turning your back and having drinking party where people are drinking and going to be vomiting all over the place. I don't think that's the atmosphere or the tune the president, should be setting. But he's doing that to send a message that it was this Prince Johnson man who joined with Joia and said, Joia, pay my hospital bill. He's not forgiving Prince. That relationship he and Prince had, I can say to you, it was a Monge Jen Ipepe relationship. It was not a relationship that came from his belly. All through how he had treated a man, he has treated a man with complete contempt. And Prince, if you had to assume his body, he would tell you, he said, Boaka had treated me with contempt. But Prince is not the only person that Boaka is treating like this. I think Boaka just betrayed the brothers from Nimba who, supported him. You look across his government. His government is more tribalistic as per the report from Centaur. He said the government is more tribalistic than even the Doe administration. So, brother, all across you see signs and signals of the old man being vengeful. You know what I mean? Look, you were talking about why he show respect to Prince supporting him here and there. What's about the George Weah who he won with 1% vote? 1%, less than the capacity of SK Dispo Complex, 17,000 vote difference. How much difference have Boaka shown to George Weah? How much? So I'm just saying to you that, that's him. That's Boaka. What you see on display is Boaka. The speaker today that they are trying to remove, are there now ample evidence to show that the speaker have overturned Carter to Boaka? Everything that Boaka wanted the speaker to do, the speaker had done. The speaker had been more respectful to Boaka to his own detriment. The speaker and myself had a long relationship with the Labour Party starting from 2002. I had to be critical of Kofa and say, but Kofa, how will you justify the president visit? What Kofa was doing there, Kofa was bending over backward.
Sure.
To at least play the politics. I said, the president can travel. Even at that, it did not spare Boaka of wielding the knife against Kofa. Today, the House of Representatives is in tatters. Why you think Bouaka have not forgiven Kofa? Because Kofa comes from Labour Party background. He was one of the early guys who made sure some of the United Party people went to court, on the cyber money thing. And so he didn't have to, he doesn't want to forgive the man. So even if Kofa tried to go to Bouaka and prostrate before him and say, look, I will support your vision, Bouaka said, no, I can't work with you. That's Bouaka. He has nothing in his DNA to reconcile the country. I was surprised. I listened to Justice Janet, right? Justice Janet on the radio. He said, oh, my client went to the jail. He disappeared. I disappointed in Bouaka. I said, but Janet, you're not paying attention. Why you think the Lofa Defense Force were organized? The Lofa Defense Force were organized to minimize what the Mandingo guys were doing in Lofa.
Right.
Bouaka has that in his heart. And you think because you, Janet, declared support to him out of your disagreement with CDC, so he was going to toe your line? Janet supported Bouaka. But how much influence is Janet exuding now? Bouaka treat his community with contempt. That's Bouaka, unforgiving. Brother, I'm saying all of these to just draw the fact that that's the man's nature. That he's showing contempt to Prince Johnson and the people from Nimba and going on and celebrating his party. That's him. For him, the fact that Prince Johnson said something bad about him one time, that he was an ungrateful man, we are talking in the hospital, and he did it why he did it. Even Prince Johnson joining him and making him president later on matter little to him. He will do everything to disrespect Prince Johnson's memory. That's Bouaka.
But let me bring this to your attention. I stand by the statement I made earlier that I blame the people of Nima to some extent in two contexts, and I want you to reply to it. The first context is they gave their all to throw their support behind Joseph Yuma Bouaka, knowing some form of the histories of Joseph Yuma Bouaka. On the second line, also, as evidenced by the fact that the vice president, seen in a celebrant and jubilant mood, who is considered now maybe the face of Nima Kante, quote unquote, that's co-signing to this whole thing. You can blame Bouaka partly, but truly speaking, the representative who is Jeremiah Kun is right there celebrating. What say you?
You know, brother. Again, sometimes you got to go back to some of the relationships. I'm told that for days, the vice president was very reluctant to answer a call from Prince Johnson. So what was their relationship before, he being called by his maker? I don't know. But if you look there, you will realize that relationship was not, was not rock solid, so to speak, right? But again, we can't let us not gloss over the fact that even the vice president, Liberia is a place where sycophancy flourishes. So what are you vice presidents? And not many vice presidents got the guts to say, look, Mr. President, since you are in a celebratory mood, I will show sign of sympathy. Maybe your partner will get very him. Why you want to show sign of sympathy for the man who are talking about my signal on radio? The man who said, Joe, we are coming to the hospital. Other man, you come and move. So people, brother, it comes, they say, look, you can share the labor of the great, but you can't share the sport. Everything goes, stop. The president is the boss star. I shared the same birthday with Joseph Biden, right? Joseph Biden and myself got the same birthday, November 20. Joseph Biden, I don't know where he celebrated his birthday in America. Did you see that? In Liberia, almost all the cabinet ministers, people who are appointed, they all got to go to Bouaka Hall to bow at his altar because he's celebrating birthday. Is that what happened in America here? I didn't even notice what Biden even had a birthday celebration. Why are we doing this? Why we always want to get into celebrating president birthday and going order, especially where you have this situation on your hand? So what I'm saying is, brother, the thing comes to the president doorstep. If the president has set a tune that he is saddened by the sudden passing of Prince Johnson, who was senator for I think 12 plus years, and somebody who supported him. If he has set that tune, if he has started the tune of mourning, the vice president automatically will follow suit because our people follow their leaders.
Yes.
Brother, that's Liberia. When Madam Sally started wearing those lapa on her shoulder, almost all the young girls in Liberia want to wear lapa on the shoulder. When Tobaki would hire her suit, people were trying to wear her suit. Even when President Wiyaki inside the Nigerian clothes you're wearing, pro suit, everybody started wearing pro. So people follow their leader out of fear that if they don't toe the line, they will lose their job and they don't want to be on the wrong side of the leader. So
Yes.
I still put it at the doorstep of the president. Yes, we can't dismiss the fact that some Nima people, you know, have their hand in it, but I thought that the president was set the tone, right? The fact that he didn't set the tone, he opened the door to all sort of things. I have just reminded you and your audience how vindictive this man is, and he comes from a place where vengeance flourished. Originally, he is from Bwedu. Bwedu is a place in Sierra Leone, bordering Liberia. Many of the Kisi from that area, they are unforgiving. Go read the place he comes from. Read where he comes from. The people from Bwedu, they are unforgiving. It is a place where vengeance flourishes in Sierra Leone. Go check it. That's where Bwaga come from. I'm not saying he was 6 years old when he came to Liberia. Everybody, oh, he's Liberian man, all that thing. But it's okay now. He's our president, right? But let not know the history that he is a Kisi from Bwedu in Sierra Leone. And the people from Bwedu in Sierra Leone are unforgiving. Vengeance is their place. Many of them, they got their own history. But I'm just saying to you, brother, you got to know the man we're dealing with. Why would Bwaga have a cabinet? This man who won 1% vote different. Why would he have a cabinet comprising entirely of Unity Party poodles? Why? Is that how you reconcile the country? Is that how you bring Liberia together? The country is divided in the middle. You want with a narrow margin, a bare narrow margin, if I will modify it. And you will not have an opposition present in your cabinet? Brother, who does this? What kind of genuine leadership is this? So we are in a difficult place. And I'm speaking to all of us. We got to come together. If we really want to do right by our people, let's come together. Everywhere around the world, when a rescue mission fails, those who participated in the rescue mission, they don't sit down home. We find way and prosecute them.
Right.
This rescue mission, this thing they call rescue mission, everybody now know is a rascal mission. It is failing. Let's come together, move these people and prosecute them. Because they were not authentic. This thing was built on lies. Lies that even the men you're doing, this thing Bwaga running. Has it not made we are to look like how you call it, Winston Churchill? They think Bwaga doing. Has it really not made we are to look like Winston Churchill? You look at it, mama. I double dare you. You can bring whatever United Party people. Let's debate it. Bwaga is making we are to look like Winston Churchill. They were complaining about we are bringing people in the government who are not correct. Bwaga knows, and I double dare him. He can't swear on Bible that Joe Poto, that he did not know that Joe Poto was a scam artist. Bwaga knows. Everybody involved in social left in Liberia knows that Joe Poto is a scam artist. How dare you give him a diplomatic passport to go to Japan and do people there? Why are you prosecuting a diplomatic passport?
Well, but President Bwaga, I can guarantee you can swear on Bible because he did that in the court and stood in that same court and lied on Alexander Cummings.
And lied on Brother Cummings. So, you know, he had this old man, you know, brother, this is where we are. It is a difficult place that the country is. And we have to work together. So we have to work together to keep reminding our people that this thing will not get better. It will not get better, brother, because we have a man who doesn't believe in reconciliation, who doesn't believe in forgiveness. And I say to people all around the world, every time I tell my wife, I say, look, one of the things that made Nelson Mandela to tower globally, is not because he spent 27 years in jail. No, that was not it. Nelson Mandela towers because he had it in him to forgive those who perpetrated wrong against him. That thing. It's not easy. That's why the Bible even encourages all of us. Encourages all of us. The Bible, right? Encourages all of us to what? To forgive 70 times 70. It's not easy. And Bwaka is not in that place to forgive people. And if you can't forgive people, you can't be good leader. For him, he got to pay back. Because Prince Johnson said, oh, but Bwaka, you ungrateful. We are sending you to the hospital. Why are you not grateful? Since that time, even if Prince Johnson gave him vote, it mattered little. He had to do something to help Prince Johnson and his people. He will celebrate his birthday when Prince Johnson is no more. So that's part of it. That's part of the man nature. Kofa Carter into Bwaka throughout. I asked myself, but if we citizens, if we were angry and wanted to send petition to the House of Representatives that the president just going to organize a frivolous trip, just spending our money and no return, who was going to get that petition to? And Kofa. But in that case, because Kofa was bending over backward to please Bwaka to spare his anger, he said, oh, the president in trouble. And still, what Bwaka did to him? The whole place in flame. Today, even Bwaka cabinet, let me tell you how it is dangerous for people to follow the leader without being critical. You know that the cabinet is even complicit in the unconstitutionality that we're now witnessing. Yep. The Minister of Justice goes to the Supreme Court and deceive the court and say, oh, we had nothing to do with this. Ask the Minister of Justice who advised the president on the legal matter because you send the budget to the majority bloc. So that means advisement that the government send the budget to the majority bloc. When they know the majority bloc has some issue of constitutionality.
Well, that's a great point you raised there, because people who don't understand the legal side of it, like the point that you just made, the Minister of Justice, but as evident by them sending that thing that they have already agreed.
They're complicit in the unconstitutionality that's going on. They're complicit. Even the Minister of Finance is complicit. Because the Minister of Finance can say, oh, the Minister of Justice advised me. All of those who trying to do business with the majority, quote unquote, majority bloc, but the parity of legal reasoning, they are complicit in the unconstitutionality that is taking place in the place. They are complicit. They can say there is no innocent bystander in law. You majority black on this side. Why you think the Senate still saying we will reserve interacting with out of the group until the court can come out?
Right.
Why was that not a decision of the government? And who advised the government to go to majority black? And if the government went to majority black, how can anybody intelligently argue that they are not complicit?
Right.
They are. They are. So, brother, this is how people follow leader. I go to brother. Boy, I'm not interested enough government. You carry my budget to my friend Kun. And Kun too. It's not a hyperbolic expression to say when you see Kun the way he conducts himself, something gotta be wrong with the brother. Man, look, I sit in here. I said, but what's going on here? That man got to be impenetrably daft to conduct himself the way he did. Why you want to do yourself like that? Cool. Brother, look at the picture coming from the Capitol building. Man, the little things like putting your left hand on the Bible and putting your right hand up, those little things, if the man know it, what kind of leadership you going to provide? Those are little things. The little things. What kind of leadership you going to provide? So the whole Bwaka thing is a complete. But we told our people. But again, right now that we say we told our people doesn't absorb us of the consequences of their misrule, right? Because you and myself say Bwaka will not do nothing. The best person for the country that come here, the best person for the country that come here, they don't know that Bwaka will take. So where we are, nobody can argue against you, against the Borough Institute, and say, oh, we didn't want that. We want that.
So, Mr. Jackson, one of the strong member of the rescue team or the rescue train, Ama Kone, they posted. In fact, he said that 1 year go free.
Yeah, and brother Amara, I can two things I can say about Amara, right? He is a good faith witness, but I think Amara has offered more critique against Bwaka than even Speaker Kofa, who the Constitution gave him the authority to hold the executive accountable. But the thing with Amara then is, it's not enough to say, I'm highlighting the problem with this guy. And even with the Amara thing, why you think Amara is not in the room today? Amara is not in the room today with Bouaka because Bouaka still hold grudges against him. Amara and other people did not see Bouaka fit in 2017 to be president.
Yeah.
Bouaka is unforgiving of him. Even if he had the best idea, Bouaka would not listen. Even though Amara Kone helped her young brothers to organize the war room that gave them a prime time information on how the election result was trending. I'm told that he was thinking, to recommend somebody to Minister of Finance or for he himself to trade his job to go to Finance. But they went for somebody who was already employed. Right? They went for a loafer brother, right?
Yeah.
They went for a loafer brother who was an African Development Bank to be finance minister, right?
Yeah.
Even though the hands-on labor was carried on by Amara. But Amara, you forgot that 2017 you said Bouaka was unfit, and you think Bouaka will forgive you?
And
2017, Amara, you said Bouaka could not do the job. He could not be a better president. And you gave it to George Weah. You think Bouaka have forgotten that? You don't know that he's from Bwedu? Bouaka is from Bwedu. The people from Bwedu, they don't forget. They don't forget, brother. True. Bouaka is from Bwedu. So Amara is bearing the brunt of what happened. That's what it is. I can tell my brother Amara, at this stage, not just in order to say, oh, Bouaka do it. Let us work together.
Let me ask you this question. Where is Bouaka from?
He's from Bwedu. Bwedu is true, brother. I'm not saying it in jest. I'm just telling you where he's from. And that information is the information that I got as Deputy Minister for Press and Public Affairs in his early administration. He was being laughed at in private when I got to know where he came from. His origin, place of origin. That's true. Yeah, true. I was privileged to a conversation where people were laughing at him. He said, "What freedom boys, they can't waste our time." Remember? So I know you got to go and study on what happened in Bwedu and all that stuff. But let's do Amara. Let's do this for Amara.
Anthony Jackson. Anthony Jackson, I beg you, before you go to Amara, let's take another 1 or 2 more minutes before we go to the line. Let me ask you this question because I think this is critically important. You said he's from Bwedu, and yes, you are speaking with this informed knowledge, right? You have the information here. But here is what's interesting. Joseph Bouaka corroborates what you just said.
Thank God he did.
Joseph Bouaka did not go to the people of Lofa County. Normally, traditionally, culturally, when you get the kind of power or whatever, then you return to your people. Joseph Bouaka has not gone to the different counties to tell the people, thank you for electing him. Even though he's gallivanted, he passed through, went to Europe, America, passed around, whatever it is. Joseph Bouaka took upon himself to go to Sierra Leone. So what you're saying, it might sound funny because of the name of the place or the way you're pronouncing it. But these are facts. I just want to make sure I line that with what you said. And any thought on the Amara Kone situation?
But thank you for basically, validating the point that he still feel passionate about the place he came from, right? So he had to go back to the elementary school he attended there and all of that. That's his place of origin. Nobody should deceive you. He was around, I think, 7 years when he came to Liberia. He's from Bwedu. But the place Bwedu, people from the Kisi from Bwedu, the Kisi, they got Kisi in that place and Kisi even in Guinea, right? So if you even see him dancing around with the Guinea thing, and this guy who had to disappear from government custody that we're concerned about, there's a lot of things going on in the place there. So he's trying to play a tribal thing, But he's a Kisi from Freetown, from Sierra Leone. Let me say Freetown, but from Sierra Leone. But the Amara thing, we can say this. I learned something from the Amara thing. Amara then felt that George Weah dribbled them, so they have to be angry. And when they went back in Bouaka's arm, and now Bouaka is unforgiving. It is not just enough, Brother Amara, to just say, oh, yeah, man, failed for the first year. He still got things to do. We need to organize a broader campaign. In one of my ratings, I talk about a guerrilla campaign. Guerrilla sounds like war, but it's not war. It's the guerrilla campaign is an aggressive campaign that capture the attention of our people that we have to wage against this administration. We got to be very clear that this administration has handcuffed, our people and dragging the country, handcuffed the country and dragging the whole country to hell. If you don't do it, it will look like you complicit by, helping Bouaka to come to power and just sitting on the start line and just saying, oh, he didn't perform. If you in a way serve as an accessory to the crime, if you help for the commission of this crime, if you are complicit in inflicting this nightmare of a government on our people, then you got to help to clear the nightmare off. That is the responsibility that is on people like Amara and my big brother, Justice Kabina Janet. If you help Bouaka to make him president, and today you realize he's not performing, he's not performing up to expectation. Imagine Liberia is awash with poverty all across our country. This president decided to spend outside the budget, call it off-budget spending. Right? $1.1 million to buy private bulletproof Jeep for himself at age 80. Who's trying to kill you? Age 80, $1.1 million could build some schools, could put medicine in hospitals. Correct? Even though he will, in his recast budget, he will cut the allotment to medical facility, but he will come to America and take treatment, advanced medical treatment. How does that thing resemble rescue? You want to rescue people? You reduce the allocations in the budget to medical facilities? Is that how you do, Bouaka? How is that sensible? But Bouaka will come to America and take medical treatment, but he reducing the allocation in the budget to hospitals in Liberia. $1.1 million off budget spending. Our law say, the PFN law say, it's a violation. You can't spend outside the budget. And if you will do it, we need to know it. How they did it in secrecy, I don't know. But you understand what I'm saying, brother? So, look, since Bouaka took over, since Bouaka became president, one thing that's notable, the notable thing about the Bouaka administration is that he has routinely polluted the body politics by disregarding the laws. Blatantly, flagrantly disregarding the laws. I am surprised that he will go to the death of just willfully disobeying the laws. He started off with the 10-year thing, right? And it's completely, the Supreme Court said the thing you did with the 10-year thing is just inelegant, it's bad, it's violated of Article 89 and all the 10-year laws. This is a man who was vice president to Ellen. And Ellen brought about the 10-year thing as a result of strengthening the governance system. You can't break it down. Article 34 of the Constitution says you can't do anything with all legislative enactment. Bouaka negotiated on 5 million people behind, with all they having a say in it. Yellow machine parking in a military barrack. You think the military barrack will save you? You think when you buy bulletproof Jeep and disregard the welfare of the thousands or millions of people who supported you, you think it will save you? You got to take some lesson from what happened to Hosni Mubarak of Egypt. Buying bulletproof Jeep when people are hungry in the streets? Is it going to save you, Bouaka? Somebody not telling you the truth? So, brother, I sort of be here for a short time, but I'm passionate about some of these things that I'm trying to put out there. Let our people do something. Amara, don't just sit down there. Let's organize. Let's launch a massive guerrilla campaign. Because if we don't do so, it will only get worse. Nothing going to get better. It will only get worse. And people who thought that 80-year-old men were going to be effective at the job, they have themselves to blame too. Because they were not thinking the right thought. They were not thinking the right thought.
And Anthony Jackson, let me ask you this question because I mean, whether you look at Guinea, you look at other parts of the world, you look at serious-minded country, it's one thing for the president to be there and reach the age 80. Even if the president reaches that age, there are eminent plans in place to ensure that president is removed because we know that I don't care what you do, you are degenerating. It's just a natural phenomenon. So here's my question to you. How can we revert to an 80-year-old man who told us that he was living on loan, but yet and still came back in the same sentence and said he came to rescue us? How possible is that?
That was the irony of ironies, right? 80-year-old man living on loan today. He's not talking about loan. He got a foundation. They're putting money in it. Where the money comes from, nobody know. You know, instead of Bwaka even trying his best at 80 for his legacy to loom large, he invested in himself. Instead of even trying to deepen Liberia's democracy or the democratic culture in our country, he flattened with an authoritarian regime in Russia. This Bwaka man is carrying the country to hell. I tell you seriously, where in the world Liberia is a constitutional democracy? A constitutional democracy. You flatten with an authoritarian regime like Russia, accused of war crime. You don't know Putin is accused of war crime. You flatten with him openly and disregarding our traditional relationship with the U.S. when over millions of Liberians have come to the U.S., gotten education, and the remittance kept Liberia going. And brother, you disregard all of those, brother. I am saying to all of us.
What say you who represented Liberia on a higher level, internationally, diplomatically? What say you about, because when we said this thing, when we broke this news and brought it up, they tried to spin it a certain way. What say you about this relationship vis-a-vis, if you go back to Talbot, if you go back to Doe and Chancellor, what say you?
But Russia is an authoritarian regime. There's no democracy. So why are we flatting with them? What are we going to get for them? What are we going to get out of them other than just getting money, right? So you want, 80-year-old man still desperate to put money in his pocket. That man here, brother, everywhere around the world, when you reach that age 80, it's scientific. Things about you decline. Everything about you goes slow. That's why even in America with advanced medical facility, Brother Biden was encouraged to step aside. Because 80 and then he has the COVID that he was dealing with. His first appearance with the debate was not very, effective. People say, no, let the old man just relax himself. We in Liberia, instead of telling Bwaka, relax yourself or encouraging him to be inclusive and leave a lasting legacy, we are still being sycophantic. So everywhere around the president, people around the president are just soulless sycophants. Nobody, not even Brother Kunku, just say, Mr. President, the way Prince Jerugbe, the man need a Jerugbe, the way Jerugbe dash our people in pimp, Mr. President, you will really celebrate a birthday. But that's what Liberia is. That's what Liberia is. It was just very few people, only a few people in our country can be part of the team and look at the team and say something not right with the team. Few people. Not many people got that courage. Because it's a poor place. First thing is a poor place. Second thing, people want to get a big shot job and keep moving. They don't want to take risk. So so everywhere. I was just saying to you, since Bwaka took over, he had underperformed. Why the young people resign recent times? They got Nyemplu.
Yeah, because you call on a scam from
Nyemplu was exercising his Article 17 right.
Right.
The Article 17 right provided in the Constitution when you see bad thing, you must talk, you must endure free speech. Some people say, okay, but he was guarded that he minister again, just talk free. But he was expressing concern about something that was injurious to the government's image. The president has signed onto a fraudulent deal that will rob Liberian young people of money in the name of giving them scholarship. This young man was agreed. He said, I belong to the youthful generation of this country. This scholarship scheme is a fraud. It's going to rob young people. What did they do? They suspended him. Well, any investigation.
Yeah.
To say, we want to look at what he's talking about. Maybe he must have spoken on a turn because that's government. You're working for government, you just talk, even though you want to exercise Article 17, right? But you must talk in turn. But this man here has said something. The people who suspended him, are they comfortable with the president's signature being on a fraudulent scholarship scheme? Are they comfortable with that? Are they comfortable with the president's face being on a scheme that is fraudulent? And so, if you suspended him, did you care to even investigate? He suspended man. He violated his Article 17, right? He said it down home. Later on, Foreign Affairs can say, "Oh no, but we are going to suspend our interaction with our scholarship committee." No, you're not just suspending your interaction with the scholarship committee. You must do something about it. You must do something. When you realize that it's wrong, that they are fraudulent, that they are not authentic, then who brought the scholarship scheme to your attention? No action taken against that person or those people.
Nope.
Is that how you say you're gonna you're gonna outperform we are? I think they're underperforming we are, brother. I think they're proving us right. That Comey was the man better suited to lead Liberia. Regrettably, they scheme against him, and this is where we are now.
So before we go to the
telling Amara and other people who are agreed, who are disappointed in Bwaga, when I get told now, let's take action. Let's launch an effective guerrilla campaign to make sure that our people can exercise their right provided for in the Constitution. That when they are agreed, they must assemble and petition the legislature to do right. We need to do that. Let mobilize our people. Let them come out and protest the misgovernance on the part of Mr. Bwaga and his henchmen.
So quickly, before we go to the lines, before we go to the line Melbourne there, where did you say Joseph Yuma Bwaga is from for those who are just joining us?
Buedu. He's from Buedu. The old man, but we all came from somewhere. I'm just a matter later. We all come from somewhere. They play almost like America too. Liberia is like a melting pot. All the brothers came from Sierra Leone. Some people came from Ghana, Nigeria. They all came there in the place there. But it matter later where he came from. But the way he doing it, right? You know, the Liberian people elected you. You are not working on their behalf. You have not gone to the counties to express appreciation, but you go back to Buedu to your elementary school. So you hold more loyalty to that place than the over millions of people who voted for you. What are you doing? What message are you sending to our people, Bwaga? Why are you being so callous and you're disregarding, Liberian people? Your children are millionaire in 1 year. All your children millionaire in 1 year. He gave our passport to a new skin artist. And when they arrested him in Japan, you surprised. We got to tell the Japanese government that the president knowingly gave them man a passport. He's not surprised.
Thank you so much.
He's not surprised by the man's action. He knowingly gave him the passport, knowing that the man is a skin artist. He still gave him diplomatic passport. Whether to carry out scamming people, whether in Japan, other parts of the place, is on Bwaga.
Thank you. Maybe let's take a few calls quickly to hear Liberians react to Anthony Jackson.
So again, we are getting unconfirmed report and news that coming from Bon County. I hope that we get in contact with Lawrence who in Bon County. Unconfirmed though from district number 4 that Representative Robert Flumawumbe has passed off. That's the news we're getting, but it's still not confirmed. And we will get in contact with Lawrence, who stays fighting high to bring us all of the information from Bon County District number 4. So again, keep a calls coming.
Let's get a few calls quickly.
All right, so 077-285. That's the number to call, and the line. All right, let's start blinking to this caller. Good evening. Hello? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, more so last year went to the president hall to celebrate his 5th. It's a sad day for the poor. I just want to bring here. Most of the poor, I always said that president was a godfather. Sometimes when I listen to them say this, why they brought the war? If your hero is dead, then you take kickback means kill devil. Take him and go celebrate. I mean, it's sad for them. I don't even know how to tell them the issue. Before in my country, they should really think about that. They disgrace themselves. They're not just about will not do Joseph Bwaga because they have no right to go even carry keep them. Joseph Bwaga will be sympathizing with them. He's going to get to the hospital with them throughout because why? They say he as a president of the country. They made him president of the country. But the hero die according to them, their hero. Then you still the party line important. That didn't real.
All right, thank you so much. The brother not important to this caller. Good evening. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, David.
So everything Anthony Jackson has said is a complete attribute of Mr. Bwaga. Mr. Bwaga is a man who is very unvindictive at his age. You know, you cannot live with vengeance. Vengeance is not for you. The Bible says, Has he been able to reconcile this country to bring together all of the political actors and make sure that La Trust is united? No. Some people just think that it's a celebration of Waka, and this is what you saw today. Jeremiah Cole and Mr. Waka celebrating what is therefore.
Oh, sorry, man.
All right. Thank you so much to this caller. Good evening. Yeah, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, on his phone.
Thank you very much for the program. Happy birthday to the best person on the front of that day. Happy birthday, that is it went. We will give a cat press. Let me say it to Andre Johnson. You know, how you get job in the government. Same America, do you think, yeah, we are here. We want to move out disabled. Yeah, you know how many of our budget go also now at the NCT. We know, all the group of the talk of this now there. Go to the top of mission. Go to the
Hello. You say your budget go up to how much? Hello, my young man, tell your own time. Are you part of? Yeah. I don't want you to be part of the Brigade Quarters Association. Are you saying hello? No. Hello. Are you saying that you're part of? Are you saying that you're part of the group of 72nd? Because I'm going to save your number. I will call you. Yeah.
Quickly. Let me update the people once you are done.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
So move on to the information that you guys are getting in studio about the representative from Bon County.
Foundation number 4.
Yeah, it is concerning from the information we are getting from here right now as we speak. Someone reached out to see how he's doing and so forth, and we are working on with different people from Bon County as well to find out how he is doing. From the information we got so far, it states he is doing okay. But again, this is not 100%. And the reason I'm saying this is not 100% is because somebody could be not well and somebody else could be using their phone and saying the person is well because they don't want to push the information yet. So we're keeping a close eye on our information. We will keep the public informed as we go on. But this is very interesting, very, 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 very interesting coming up from the House of Representatives. Speaking of the House of Representatives, also, just before we take another call, quick update on the House of Representatives. We said we're going to touch on it today, but because of time, we might not. Speaking about the House of Representatives, folks, here is the question the Liberian people need to answer, and maybe Anthony Jackson can also answer this question. From what we have said on SKTV and what the information we are getting, Fanatic Kofa will win the case. Yeah. But here is the question. It's incumbent upon the Liberian people to ensure that the majority Black respects the rule of law and go back. And for what we are also getting, we want to predict on SKTV that when Fanatic Kofa wins this case, sometimes down the line, Fanatic Kofa will resign. From what we are getting from SKTV room, sometime down the line, Fanatic Kofa could decide to resign. But he is not resigning under any pressure from the majority Black. It will be after the ruling of the court. He will decide whether he wants to resign or not. But let's get back to Liberian. We'll take 2 more calls. And
so let me just concur with you with our reporter. Yeah. So Lawrence from Bon County also said, Melbourne is a live. Just spoke with someone. Someone just texted me from the family, one of the family members. According to Lawrence, our staff, also SKTV. So let me go to the line and interact with our people. So this caller, good evening. Yeah, man, dear, go ahead.
And let me say good evening to His Excellency for Sembwaka and your city finalists, or maybe international finalists. Someone take care of Broadway, this is something. So, I could not talk to anybody else besides Saint Jackson. Who is speaking? What is he speaking on? I mean, he want to mesmerize you guys to say Kumi was the best person when he supported George Weah. There is a man who was sitting in America and half-flying she. He said he was doing consulting for Sameto. At the end, Sameto had been indicted in court. No, we are not here to support Joe Bola for the wrong reason. And you know that Kumi was best suited for the 2020 election. You could have supported him, but you supported Joe Weah who looked at the Kumi was says here. You telling me we don't have opposition in the government? Who was another great speech? He did not support Joseph Bola, but yes, he remained a minister of state, presidential affair. You tell me the remain government inclusive, you will not get no job in the government because you want for the who don't deserve job in the government now. You have served and you have not made any impact in the interest of the country. Just thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me go to Pascal Davis. Pascal, good evening.
Yeah. Thank you, Mabel. You see, this is the biggest fund and
Gentlemen, can we correct that brainless brigade member from the United Party?
when you are on videos and get confused.
Yeah, 1 second, Anthony Jackson. Right after this guy, you wrecked the checkpoint.
Level thinking we have in this country inject blast into people. It's sad. You say this man got no record, yes, but you voted somebody who is almost 80 years who has got no impact in his life.
Almost again, Pascal. The man just celebrating his 80 years. He said almost. The man is 80.
This is the thing that has got the way we are as a country. The ignorant. You go and somebody is on the show providing level education for our people. And you go because you already drunk with your settlement and maybe for a particular country you say, look, what I told you, this thing is not a refresh show. People just call and spell a thing.
Hey, man, I have the view. Pascal, go ahead.
It's about talking the issue. It's not true that Boca urinated and started on the Constitution.
All right. Thank you so much.
Let's hear from Anthony Jackson.
Firstly, it's important to clarify the last from that brainless brigade member of the Unity Party. You know, what happened? The trouble with some of these things is the brainless brigade member from Unity Party. The people they come on the show and say that they run away. He talked about Graceway being somebody from the opposition committee. No, that's not true, technically speaking. Graceway and Marcel supported Brother Cummings because we believe Brother Cummings had the qualifying credential to provide better leadership for the country. So there's no debate about that. However, it is also important to note that Graceway and Bouaka come a long way from the United People's Party days of progressivism. So it's there. When there was this time to the runoff, during the runoff election, Graceway endorsed Bouaka. So you can't come here, a brainless Unity Party guy, trying to deceive the public that Graceway is 100% opposition. Who are you trying to fool? You know, who are you trying to fool? Graceway endorsed Bouaka in the runoff. That's why Graceway is sitting where he's sitting. If Graceway has endorsed CDC like myself, he will not even come near to even sharing greetings with Bouaka, knowing Bouaka for who he is. So don't come and deceive the people. You are not the only person in Liberia. Amara Kone, that we all have spoken about. Amara Kone was a die-hard person who supported Bouaka in his election. The only reason why he ordered the room today is because Amara Kone in 2017 did not see Bouaka fit to be the guy to lead the country. All right? So if Amara, who I would consider a good faith witness, when I say good faith witness, these are witnesses who work with Bouaka, they ain't got nothing against him. If they can come out and say Bouaka did not do well in 1 year, it was a failed year. You want to discount them and say, oh, Isaac Jackson not talking the truth? I mean, how can the United Party people put you up to this kind of place? So you disgrace yourself in public. You are disgracing yourself in public. You are disgracing yourself in public. The guy who carried Liberia diplomatic passport and got arrested in Japan. You United Party color, can you and Bwaka swear on Bible that Bwaka did not have prior knowledge that his stepson, Joe Photo, was a skin artist? We all know anybody in social level in Liberia knows where Photo makes their money from. And so if Bwaka gave that new con artist a diplomatic passport, was he not facilitating the man to go and commit the crime he committed in Japan? If I know you to have a dodgy history and I gave you diplomatic passport and you go and rob people in Japan, you think I'm not complicit? That's what Bwaka did. Or the Japanese government need to know the relationship between Joe Photo and Mr. Bwaka and need to know the knowledge that Bwaka had prior to giving the man the diplomatic passport. We need to talk about these things. Look at some of the people Bwaka has appointed as a presidential envoy. So almost everybody Bwaka have appointed as presidential envoy. Good number of those people have dodgy history. You know, people know. So how is he better than George Weah? You say, oh yeah, I endorse Weah in the runoff. They may know I'm a Kim Cummings guy. When the runoff came, I said, look, Bwaka, and my ratings are there. Go and read my rating, young man. I said, Bwaka is an older version of Weah. What do you think? I think I would have started with somebody who have a relatively younger man that I could have influenced. Because there is an established aphorism in our community. An established aphorism. I'll break it down for that brilliant brigade ball. They say in Liberia that you cannot teach old dog new trick. I said Bwaka was an old dog and we wouldn't teach him new trick. For Weah, he was a relatively younger man, so we could influence him to do better. And let the Bible require us to do, I deploy my Christian judgment to forgive Weah. I said, I will forgive Weah of all that he did to me in London, to my family, myself. When Weah called me to apologize, I acknowledge it. Bwaka ever called somebody to apologize before? I think Weah is a better human being than Bwaka. Because you are a better human being when you recognize your mistake and apologize for it. Have Bwaka ever apologized to somebody before? You think when the president apologized to me, Weah, and said, Isaac, I'm sorry for what happened to you in London. I take responsibility. Please forgive me. Let's work together. I will correct my mistake. I said, to still say, I will be like Bwaka. I will be better. I will be vindictive. I will be unforgiving. What Bible do you read when you don't have the heart to forgive people? You call your United Party people saying you, yeah? Bring your United Party intellectual heavyweight. Let them debate the issue. Let them show us how they are outperforming Weah. They have underperformed Weah. Weah had done better than them, even with all of the limitations of Weah. How much noise you saw in that Capitol building?
Thank you so much.
How much noise today? Bwaka, 80-year-old, 45-year experience. He can't even exercise leadership. The whole national legislature is in noise.
Anthony Jackson, really quick. Lofa, let's hear from Lofa. Lofa, greet our people really quick. I know you've been jokingly posting about your uncle's birthday, but then your other uncle who also passed away, Prince Johnson, less than 24 hours, your uncle Jose Yuman Bwaka is celebrating lavishly. Donald Trump would say bigly. What say you about with everything else that's going on? What say you?
Moses, great to be on. You know, I heard my esteemed brother, the young counselor, Isaac Attorney Jackson, making the case again as always. So I thought to join in and just chime in on the conversation. But great to see you on here, brother Jackson. And
thank you, Lofa. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah. By the way, I return your call, and I expected to get back for you, but I didn't hear. But after the show, we'll catch up.
Oh, sorry about that, brother. I want to hustle. Sorry about that.
I understand. But on a very serious note, a couple of things that Isaac he mentioned, and I wanted to highlight those things, is the issue of unity. We talked about this during the election. We said it was almost impossible for President Boykai, with his characteristics, right, to unite Liberia. Liberia forward movement depended on an individual who understood what it took to be that unifying force. And President Boykai is not the one. I said this, and the records are there. I said President Boykai is not the one. He's that laissez-faire kind of manager. Isaac highlighted that on numerous occasions when he discussed his characteristics and his ability to actually lead Liberia. His birthday, I mean, I understand everyone celebrates their birthday, especially for him having to hit 80. A lot of us pray every day.
Julius, 30 seconds, please. We have the communication officer from the office of Representative Flomo Womwe. So, Prince, you are live on the SKTV show on Truth FM. Go ahead. What kind of news we're hearing? How true is this information?
Thank you, Timothy, for joining me. So I have been following social media since this afternoon. Other colleagues and friends have called to me. We didn't want to respond to it earlier on because we don't want to signify those kinds of information. But the way it has gone, we are constrained to respond. So we can tell you that on Robert Flomo Womwe of Montreal District number 4 is good. He is healthy. He is okay. He is currently at home. I've spoken with him about 2 or 3 minutes ago, and the office have decided to respond. We will be coming up with a press statement in a few minutes from now that will be shared with all the media institutions. So we can confirm to you that the honor is fine, even though he has not been too well. But it's okay, it's home. I mean, he takes his medication, it's okay, it's home, he's very healthy. I mean, he's at a house in Monterey, Patternsville, he's okay, he's fine.
Wonderful. So, yeah, so if you say you're not been too well, for how many days? Because, you sometimes when the information come out, or someone will say, maybe you've been ill for a little time, how many days or how long you been sick?
I mean, what I'm trying to say is that we are human, right? I mean, I've been, you know, I've been having some help, but it's okay. You're at the hospital, you're discharged. You've been home. I think you've been following the happening at the legislature. You've been seeing a video. I mean, he's
one of the members of the majority bloc, right?
Of course. I mean, as a member of the United Party, obviously you'll be a member of the majority bloc. So that is why I try to say, but it's okay. He's home. I mean, he's active. He's been going around. I mean, he and myself was together during the week. I mean, up to the weekend. I just spoke with him just about 2 minutes ago to confirm that we can respond to him, and I mean, that's what we're doing.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, my brother. Ali, thank God for that, and thank you so much for the information.
Thank you, Johnson.
All right, good. So, Steve, and our panelists, our listeners, there you have it. So, Representative Womwe is good. He's moving very strong. He's part of the majority bloc from the Unity Party. Go ahead, Steve.
Your thought really quick, and then we'll wind down here.
And let me not take a lot of the time because like I often would say, Attorney Jackson is an encyclopedia of information that we can actually get something from when it comes to Liberia body politics, and that's why
I'm flattered, Lofa. I'm flattered,
and that's why often I love to sit and listen to him. So I will yield my time to him and just close on this note, considering that. He's actually stating that my uncle is from Sierra Leone. We will accept that he's from Sierra Leone because of a recent decision to go back to Sierra Leone as compared to going to Lofa County to acknowledge the people of Lofa and celebrate with them. But again, I would like to listen to him. Hopefully, after his deliberation, we can get into other substantial issue regarding the growth and transformation of Liberia. But it's given the opportunity to speak to the dismal performance of President Boakai and other members of his cabinet today. I think it's great. Let the people hear from a man who actually served the people of Liberia and today sits on the sideline, who actually again projected what we are sensing today from the current UP government. It's only fair to do that.
Thank you. So that first thing, let again express empathy for the representative who is not in excellent health. We pray that God will strengthen him. We pray that his health will be renewed, and we just wish him the best of health. It's not good for people to say bad things, especially wishing death upon anybody. So we pray for the representative to get well and join his colleagues to do active work. Just to get back the conversation in proper context, the previous caller before the brainless ball call was talking about how the people have put the play dancer in the street to celebrate the president's birthday. And they try to basically just blame the people of Nimba. Again, the people of Nimba can share some of the blame, but I say bigger portion of their blame will go to President Bouaka. That caller, he got a good point, but let that caller ask himself, or I think it was a gentleman, let him ask himself, what would have happened to the person who Bouaka requested to put the mass dancer outside if that person had said no? You understand it? You know, we're in an environment where people overlook the power of the presidency. I've been in the room with somebody who was president. I've been in the room with people who wanted to be president. I know the weight of that office. I know what power is. And when power requests something, it takes somebody with huge courage to say no. So, Mr. Bouaka, who is the president, who got elected on account that he got experience, he's able to be a wise old man. If he say it's good for him to celebrate his birthday while his friend dead body in Nimba, then how do you blame these poor people who they will ask you bring the country devil also? If that old man who in the town say, I'm not bringing the country devil also because Prince Johnson is dead, do you know what will happen to him? You don't think that old man will be scared? Say, brother, the way the president will say, I'm going to bring the devil also, I'm bringing it also, maybe my family will go missing. You know what I mean? We got to have some empathy for our people. I'm not trying to justify weakness. I'm just saying, let's be reasonable. When president give people instruction, that's serious thing. That's why some people can go overboard or even please the president. And then they make mistake. So I still bring my boss staff to old man Bouaka. 80-year-old who's supposed to have wisdom. Prince Johnson who camping for him in the grave, and he having birthday party. Even though the day stay on the ground. Prince Johnson own Godson Kun, he doesn't care. He got to be sycophantic so that maybe a Bouaka will leave him behind as president. So they all got to dance the dance, right? These are people who are dancing for their support. They're dancing for their support. They're dancing for the comfort that they enjoy. If they don't dance the dance they're supposed to dance, will they enjoy their support? No. So again, I bring it to Brother Bouaka. Brother Bouaka has a bigger responsibility to show empathy and to show sympathy. He has not done so. He prioritized his birthday party. I reminded our audience, Joseph Biden, President of the United States, his birthday, and myself got the same birthday, November 20. How much big party the American people throw for Joseph Biden? That in poor Liberia, 100,000 plus being used to celebrate Bouaka's birthday, and 1 year he has not done anything befitting for poor people? How is this rational? How is that justifiable, brother?
So quickly, Anthony Jackson, just before we get our parting comments, I got a caller here from the US. Let me hear him react to you. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from, please?
Yes, Steve, thank you very much, man. Thanks for returning my call, man. This is Abraham calling, man, from the state of New Jersey. Let me say thanks to Anthony Jackson for his contribution to this evening, and of course to Lufa and people in Liberia. Great show, guys. Listen, Steve, there are a couple of things that we put in context here. First, let's remember that Prince Johnson, who confident like this, even dating back at the Samuel government. Prince Johnson is the longest serving senator in the history of our country now, since the Tory party government.
I'm not getting that person clearly, though. If I had to respond to him, let me be clear. I'm not hearing him.
Go ahead. Can you hear him now? Go ahead.
No, let me go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead. I would let him know.
No problem. So I'm saying this to say that all the characteristics about being a warlord or whatever. So at this point in time, I've used this opportunity of his birthday to make a proclamation that the flag of Liberia should be flying half mark now for this kind of person. That's one. Two, over the asked him about. He wanted to listen to that. And he's celebrating an 80-year birthday, merriment. That's insensitivity. And lastly, only the 20 years that Prince Joseph contributed to the Ellen government. The benefit that he had on the Georgia government, he never had that benefit. They wrote a backup program yesterday to go to Prince Joseph's house. It's Georgia that built that road for Prince Joseph. The school of Prince Joseph opened on Monday. Georgia visited that school and contributed immensely. Prince Joseph never had anything like that in Yuma County. All of those things he had it under the 6 years of Georgia government. That's what CDC contributed towards Prince Joseph's success or owing to the fact that he contributed to that election too.
Thank you.
No, but for you to have an insensitive person at this point in time, that's yesterday.
Thank you.
Requires gratitude.
Thank you.
Never be an 80-year-old man and insensitive to the plight of the people. But you know, man, listening in, guys.
Thank you. So Anthony Jackson, basically, he was just concurring with you.
Okay, good.
Of President Joseph Yuma Boakai, amidst everything else that Prince Johnson, did for him, the sacrifice for an early time, because had he not supported them twice, they wouldn't have won for him to be vice president. Now come to his term where he's president today, and he's deliberately, ignoring all of those sacrifices. And so basically he was agreeing with you. But let's get Lofa's parting comment and get your parting comment. Lofa, let's start with you.
Okay, good. All right.
So let me just say, it was a fascinating conversation, and I always like to listen to Isaac Jackson because he has that fire burning output when he discusses political or national issue. But this is what I want to focus my attention on, right? Regarding President Boakai's birthday celebration, I think to some extent he was very insensitive, considering the fact that the relationship that he and Senator Prince Johnson built. They could have done something very modest, right? In his house, people come over, drink palm wine, cup of tea, appreciate his time on earth and whatever. But to go to the extent they went, that just proved the mentality of the UP folks. But again, these are things that we talked about. I am not surprised, to be honest with you. I'm not surprised that President Boycott is exhibiting this kind of behavior, or to go beyond President Boycott, let's just say the party as an UP as an institution. They are doing this because they had no agenda as to how they would transform Liberia. Instead, it was all just political gimmicks. How could they possibly regain the opportunity to enrich themselves at the expense of the masses? And this is exactly what these boys are doing. And we told you guys this was not something that you needed to be a rocket scientist for you to get it again in your head. We saw it. We knew it. We were simply telling you, in order to move Liberia forward, we could not simply identify an individual in George Weah as Liberia's problem. We had a systematic problem. We needed to address it based on a systemic approach. All right. Unfortunately, we didn't do that. We identified an individual in George Weah as the problem. That's why we are here today. And President Boycott is not doing any better. And Isaac said the same thing. He said, right now, I made this statement before. Going forward, it appears to be that President Boycott, in comparison to President Weah, he's making President Weah look so good. Some of us who criticize President Weah now, it's getting to the point where one would say we are starting to get embarrassed because of his dismal performance after 40 some more years to have gotten himself to where he is today. It is embarrassing. Anybody who come and sit on here and then you try to sit here and make it seem like, oh, it's all glorious when one more Ali is having people get clean drinking water. Come on, guys, let us stop this. And finally, Moses, let me say this. Most of us Liberians, we appear not to value labor. I read a comment on here, but oh, you will stay in America, you will not get a job. Let me tell you something. At least any one of us here in the United States, we can quit one job today. God will bless us with another one, right? As long as you can read and write, you can comprehend, you will get another job. And that's why the United States is so diverse, okay? Because they value labor. A lot of you will probably not even obtain a job. You'll remain in the pockets of other people because you don't value labor. It don't matter what you do. You contribute to society and the growth of that society, whether you're the custodian, whether you're the mechanic, the doctor, the engineer. It don't matter your profession. What we consider here is your contribution to society, and that's what makes you a permanent member of society, not your financial status. I'll end on that note. Thank you.
Yeah, Anthony Jackson, what's your parting comment?
In conclusion, let me pick up on the point Brother Lofa just made. And look, sometimes you just want to gloss about these things and go because you don't want to get currency to it, right? Most of the people who call and say, "Oh, you will not get job," you think you criticize for you to get job. They are being told to say that because if you scrutinize that statement also presents a difficult dilemma for people like us who are in the opposition community. For example, if I kept quiet like I've been doing of late, right? Somebody say, "Oh, but I say keeping quiet because you want to gain something." You understand that? If I don't talk, you say, "Oh, I keep it quiet because I want the government to favor me." You know, I don't want to criticize them because I'm expecting something, right? If I criticize them, mean, "Oh no, I want something." That's why I criticize it. Either way, it's a difficult place for us. But intelligent people will know that it doesn't help Bwaka to exclude everybody from the government who thinks he's not performing. It's not the way you run any civil law government. All right? Or it doesn't even help him to have a country that will bow to him, even though he's doing the wrong thing, right? So that's why we say his cabinet, people on the cabinet, they don't have the courage to tell the president, "Mr. President, it looks like you're underperforming well." You know what I mean? They don't have the courage to do it. And the only people who can do it are people like you and myself. You, Brother Moses, Brother Lofa, all of us who are sitting outside. Amara is in a different brain, so he can muster the courage sometimes to say something, but he even doing it with polite language. I believe that for the kind of wrong that Bwaka is doing, we don't need polite language to criticize him. Let's say what we mean and what we say. This country belongs to order of 5 million plus people. Yep. If Bwaka going to negotiate yellow machine on our behalf, our lawmakers should have a say in it. Yep. They should not take money on the table, bring the yellow machine and pack it in military barracks. Why Bwaka take too much interest in taking comfort hanging around with military people? He was democratically elected. Is he still dreaming of the PRC day when they gave him mayor rank? Why is he taking all that comfort in the military thing? Buying bulletproof Jeep, $1.1 million when Liberian people are languishing in poverty. Right in Monrovia, people still taking back on the sowing wind. Nothing done there to improve the standard of living of our people. And then what you do today, the country is still dealing with the epidemic of drugs. Young people who are supposed to be parents later on and provide leadership for the country, they are choked on drugs. And Bwaka had no meaningful intervention, even though there was a political uptake that he would take drug test. 80-year-old man, nobody knows you're taking drugs. We're not concerned about that. We want the intervention. We want a coherent plan to deal with the medicament or the treatment for people who are taking drugs in our country. Because we know it's a public health disaster, it's a public health emergency. What are you doing about it? Even the cancer of corruption. What have Bwaka done to deal with the cancer of corruption in his own government, where he promised that he would make road a priority? $25 million of public money thrown down the toilet. Nowhere you can see where they did a road intervention. And the public works minister is still there. Yep. He's still there.
Yes.
He's still there. 94,000 or 96,000 was given to Amin Moda for any proper vetting. No due diligence. He bought a custom-made car for himself, which will be buying 3 cars to facilitate the work of comrades. He lost his job without any investigation, without prosecution. When people throw government money down in the toilet, you don't just leave and go sit down home. We got LACC who to ask questions. All right? How did Double Jala give Amin Moda all this money without due diligence? Why is Double Jala not being asked? What happened? Under what circumstances? Is it because that man is your trouble picking? He from Lofa too, and why you gave government money to him and he lavished it the way he did? Nobody asking question. So where is the commitment to deal with the cancer of corruption? Where is it? to the extent that the president himself, the executive, has been accused of paying bribe to move the speaker. How can anybody intelligent and sensible not realize that Bouaka is polluting the body politics? The payment of bribe run contrary to the penal law of Liberia. Section 12 of the penal law discourages the payment of bribe money, the inducement of people to do something against their will. And Bouaka executive is being accused of paying bribe money. You still come on the radio and say, oh, I think you're talking strong because you want getting government. Brother, where I getting government? I ain't getting government. I stay here. But I will speak my truth. I have an obligation to speak my truth. Some of our friends, the Ministry of Finance, who used to be quoting PFN law, the PFN law is being violated. Today they are complicit. Be careful. Our people say when you lie with dogs, you will get fleas. Some of the brothers who try to clean their image because they want to be president too, you are submitting budget to a group that is not supported by law. You are complicit. Everybody who send that budget to that majority block, they not supported. The gallery is not supported in law. You are complicit. You are complicit. So if you want to clean your record, you think you're working in daily play, and you want to clean your record, you're dancing for nothing. They're dancing for nothing. Because there's no innocent bystander. How much have you done to encourage Mr. Bouaka for the government to be serviceable to poor people? How much have you done? You're getting complicit. How much? What is your voice? Kofa, I'm a man. Let's talk one. I like Kofa. We come a long way. I have mustered the courage to tell Brother Kofa. I said, Brother Kofa, you didn't do as I expected. You had an opportunity to make Bouaka run for his money. You had an opportunity to apply the law, to throw the book at Mr. Bouaka. Mr. Bouaka violated our law. Article 89 of the Constitution. Mr. Bouaka today is routinely violating Article 5 of the Liberian Constitution that says we should not promote tribalism. Almost 65% of the cabinet from Lofa. How can anybody see this and be happy? And when they bring you on board a Lofa man too, you dancing and you happy and you have no moral courage now to say, oh no, Article 5 is being violated. I gotta be careful here. You can't say it because you're part of it now. But tomorrow you will want to come and clean yourself. Oh, let me be president too. I was just there, I was just doing something in that place. So. I'm all right then. The white. Why is he not in the room? You should be concerned. Why your friends are not in the room? What are you doing to bring the country together? But you won't be seen as the only clean man in the place, even though you're lying with dogs, brother. When you lie with dogs, you will get flea. Liberian people, let's work together. Our constitution gave us the right to assemble when we are displeased, for us to petition our government to do right. That right we have. The people of Nimba who are betrayed, who feel betrayed. It's not for you to retreat or indulge in depressive silence. Don't do it. The people of Nimba, don't engage in depressive silence. Speak out. Even in the Bible, Jesus Christ called on what? Was it Joshua? They got to talk for me, brother. Go and say something to that nation. Somebody got to stand up and say something to Bouaka. Say, Mr. Bouaka, they country not for your world, brother. You from Buedu. Don't spoil our country, then you go to, you know the horse. Has anybody seen the horse Bouaka built in Sevelun? The horse Bouaka built in Sevelun is more beautiful than the horse he built in Liberia. You double that. You can challenge me, put me on the record, send your people to free and let me take the horse picture. Bouaka built a modern facility, well equipped, super good in Freetown than what he built in Liberia. Why he doing that? It says something, brother. It says something. So all that I'm telling Liberian people, if you made a mistake, you can correct the mistake. But am I right? Other people, I think they come to the realization now. Even my picking, we have been ready every day. That picking had helped me to go to Glasgow University. They didn't take in there. I in the Netherlands. Yeah, I was in. You know, so I don't talk about generosity, brother. I was. This weird CDC was sitting on my neck. No money in my pocket. When a young brother reached out and I said, I will do it for you. I got him to Glasgow. They didn't take him out, but if he want to be honest, he would say it. But they were anxious about Bouaka. They were writing things about Bouaka. We were trying to be honest. Today, They're criticizing him. Why are they doing that? Because why is he not on the ART anymore? Because they think he's talking too much. He is disappointed. He believed that the same thing the criticize we have for the government doing it, he should talk to. Is he looking for a job? That brainless man who called that as the doesn't criticize looking for a job. Is Martin Colley looking for a job too? Martin Colley was appalled when he saw his friends enjoying luxury, swimming in the pool. He said, but gentlemen, after I swimming in water or having fun time when people catching hard time or bar, we criticize we have for the same thing, yo, brother. How you swimming in the pool like that when poor people all over the place, even the capital city not even clean, it's still dirty. What going on there? The Martin Colley, is he looking for a job too?
Well, thank you so much.
Is he looking for a job too, brother? He's not looking for a job. He's an honest man. He's speaking according to his conscience. He reminding his friends. The same thing. He said, we are there in a bar. You're doing the same thing. Be careful that you don't become what you criticize. Unity Party, be careful so you don't become what you criticize. That's my message today. Boaka has shown complete, total indifference to the pain of the people of Nimba who love Yerube. He has shown indifference to their suffering, to their pain, to their anguish. He doesn't care. And the only reason why Boaka doesn't care, he can hide it inside him, but it coming out is because Prince Johnson told him the truth. He said, that young boy, Joe, he's saying to the hospital, don't do this to him.
Thank you so much.
The Prince Johnson, the guy who was a church, he made some mistake. He said, he made some mistake. I'm not a Prince Johnson fan. Obviously, I'm not a Prince Johnson guy. True. But he had it in him at the time. He stumbled across the truth and told Boaka, boy, a young man, he's sending you to the hospital, a president, don't treat him like this. It's not correct. That thing still in Boaka's heart. Even though Prince Johnson gave him the presidency, he has not forgiven Prince Johnson. So he will show indifference to the suffering of Prince Johnson's wife, to the pain of Prince Johnson's children, and he will hold a birthday party. This is where we are. Liberian people stand up for Liberia because things are not going to get better. It will only get worse. But thank you for having me. I will come by anytime you invite me if I have the time. Thank you very kindly.
Most definitely. So thanks to both of you folks. We'll be on tomorrow by the grace of God. Let's have a good weekend. The weekend just started. Stay safe, stay out of trouble. And I would have to agree with Anthony Jackson. And also, Lufa, thanks to both of them for joining us today. Tomorrow we'll talk a little in depth about the legislature. We'll talk about the upcoming situations at the legislature. We are hoping for the best that the rule of law will be followed. And we'll call on whoever side the law is on for the other side to obey the rule of law. That is the only way we can change it. I've heard people say, what the guy didn't resign, what the other guy didn't resign. Listen, we're not in that era. We're in a total different time. We're not sitting on the side, like Anthony Jackson said, we're not sitting on the side. We're not sitting. We will speak. We'll call it as it is. If we lose friends, if we lose family members, if we make enemies, that's okay. But we'll stick with the truth. It is not personal. It is just the truth of the matter. And we can, if we truly care about Liberia, then let all talk. Let all get involved.
True.
Even for ourselves, if we can leave our business schedules, time like this, to be talking about Liberia, time that was about be chilling. We are able to do our own thing, but we are talking about Liberia because we have to set the country on a trajectory where in the next generation, when they come, they will say there were people who stood for what is right. There were people who spoke out. This is how people are remembered. Today we celebrate Martin Luther King birthday. And because Martin Luther King was African American, because he stood for what was right.
Stood for something. He straightened her back. That's it.
The Bible said good name is better than silver and gold. It remains forever. When you stand for what is right, Jesus that we talk about for what is right. So folks, thank you so much. Let's have a good afternoon. Stay blessed. Have a good weekend.
There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Monitor people who wait in the cell. Blessing assignment. There are things we can do. We bring